Oh, it's even worse this morning. So the news folks, the weather folks, they're telling me I really need a jacket this morning because it's really, really. You know how cold it is, guys?
How cold?
It's Hanna-Barbera cartoon sound effects library teeth chattering cold.
It's pretty cold.
That's how cold it is. Man, I love it. I love it. Have I changed my daily uniform from a t-shirt and shorts? Nope. I love it. I think it's, what does my phone say? Hold on a minute, because, our phones, kind of dial into the weather and has the temperature right here. Let's see. My Weather Bug app has us at 61. I'm showing 61. I thought it was like 55 a little while ago. I don't think it's come up that much. But no, I think it's like 61. But I might have had a 55 or 56 earlier. But, oh, man.
Burr.
Yeah, this is perfect. Oh, yeah, this. And I'm not chattering my teeth. When was the last time you chattered your teeth?
Oh, I chatter my teeth sometimes. Yeah, if you get like chills or just, little
No, I'm talking about it's so cold outside. The ambient temperature is so cold that literally you go into like involuntary teeth chatter mode.
Huh. Yeah, I guess it has been a while.
Yeah, I mean, we do live in Florida. It doesn't happen too often.
I'm trying to remember, like, when the last time. I know I have, but I think it's been.
Well, probably when you were skiing last time you were skiing.
No. I don't think it's been as an adult. I think it's been like as a 7-year-old or something.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't like get in and out of go outside on the ski slopes when all your trips you've taken and be like,
no.
Ooh, that was a chilly breeze that just,
I dress appropriately to ski.
Yeah, but
you
even
still feel the cold.
Yeah, you feel the cold, but it doesn't make me chatter my teeth. I'm layered up nicely. It's good. All right, 6:03. Folks, I recommend just T-shirt and shorts today. And it's brisk. It's wonderful. It's like I'm on the top of a tall mountain peak, and the cool wind is blowing through my hair like I'm eating a gigantic York peppermint patty.
Yeah, that's all you're missing is just a piece of candy or two.
Hey, speaking of piece of candy, what is this hideous freaking thing you brought me yesterday?
Oh.
What? I'm holding this up to MJTV. Oh, we have a lot of stuff today. So first of all, oh my God, are you following the Rays debacle and what happened at St. Pete City Council?
It just keeps getting worse.
Oh my God, it is a hellacious debacle of monumental proportions. It looks like the Rays. Listen, Mayor Ken Welch, City of St. Pete. He's trying desperately to do whatever he can to save this, and I get it. But St. Pete City Council, and then what the Rays president said, like during the recess to the media, and then they rat-alled out to the city council, and I mean, this is crazy stuff. All right, we've got that audio coming up. We got a lot of stuff today. It's a busy Friday. We got a lot to, and you know me, if I've got good stuff that I've been compiling during the course of the week, I hate leaving stuff on the table and hitting the weekend because then it feels like it's ancient, next week. So this is going to be a busy Friday show. So where was I?
Candy?
Oh yeah. So what is this? What is this hideous? I mean, a Clausen pickle slice piece of candy?
I've never seen it before in my life.
Oh, that seems gross.
Until yesterday.
This is a gummy candy?
I guess.
Is it pickle like sour flavored or is it sweet? It just looks like a pickle.
I don't know.
So it does look like a pickle.
Mm-hmm.
It says gummy pickle spear, and it looks like a regular size. This is not like a small little gummy size piece of candy. This is like the size of a full pickle spear, and it has the Clausen logo, the Clausen pickles, which are in your grocer's refrigerated section, not in the regular dry goods section. So this looks like a pickle spear with the dark kind of cucumber outer and then the lighter green inner, and it's cut like a spear.
Yeah,
like you'd find on a deli sandwich plate where they put the pickle spear on the side. You go to Katz's Deli or something, right? Or wherever. Oh, hold on. What do you say? Andrew's in there like with a sourpuss face. Yes, Andrew.
And not all of us are running over to Katz's Deli right now.
All right, I get it. All right. So, Fester, where'd you find this?
So on our at the radio station, there's two sides of the building. One side is the radio side, and the other side is like the sales side.
All right. Did this come from the sales assistant that has the most expensive free snack area you've ever seen? I think she's spending half her salary on her snack selection at her cubicle.
She really is.
Is she like trying just to make sure she has friends? Like is that like a bribe? She has the best snacks at her cubicle for people to walk by and take?
Well, she's a lovely person.
Oh, I'm sure
Yeah,
she
maybe
is.
She has no issues making friends.
All right, okay.
However, she does have a very impressive snack tray. It's a tray. It was a bowl, but now it's a tray.
Now we've moved to a tray.
Right, and there's all kinds of stuff.
Next she's going to move to a shelving unit.
You know what?
Like in a store.
That might be the next logical step.
A display rack.
She's going to take up a whole empty cubicle and open up a little mini bodega or something.
So you're telling me that she has now these Clausen pickle, gummy pickle candy spears?
She only had one. She didn't have like 10 of them or anything, but I would, of course,
Oh my God.
I walked by the snack tray.
Do I want to open this up and taste it later on?
I've never
I've never seen this in my life.
I can't even wrap my head around what it tastes like.
I'm holding this up to MJTV, and you can see Clausen, and then it says gummy pickle spear, and it's shaped, and it's like the size of a pickle spear you'd find on a plate at a deli or something,
So I typed it in-
accompanying your sandwich.
I hit it into
right next to
Google.
the potato salad.
And they sell them
Yeah.
at Walmart, or they're available at least through Walmart.com
Right.
in a pickle jar.
Oh, so it comes in like a big Clausen pickle jar, and you've got these individually wrapped gummy pickles inside.
So I've never had one. I saw it. I thought it was interesting. I know you like gummy things. I know I like pickles.
Man, I love gummy. I love gummies.
Between the two of us, I thought we'd enjoy it.
Yeah, some Albanese. Listen, if you're doing if you like gummy bears, go Albanese or go freaking home. Those are the ones you want. You want the Albanese gummies, and then you know me. I'm a sucker for the Haribo cola gummies. I love the Haribo cola gummies, and those mutant Shaquille O'Neal heads that you brought in.
Yeah, but we decided those were in the Swedish fish family. They weren't quite gummy like gummy bears. They're good.
It's a different kind of gum. I still put it in a gummy category.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
totally
chewy.
it's totally in the gummy
Different
category.
texture.
But those things were huge. They were like the size of your tongue. You know, all right, 6:08, just getting rolling. Man, we got a lot of stuff. I didn't get to this yesterday, but we will get to it today. The husband and wife that went nuts at school on the resource officer, the audio is incredible. And then the sheriff of Volusia County on the other side of the state, this is like among the best sheriff audio where he talked to the media that I've ever heard. It's out of control. I mean, the parents were out of control because they attacked the resource deputy at the school because their kid got in trouble. It's a bizarre story. We'll get to that. There's just a lot of stuff today.
I have a bone to pick with Fester.
Okay, that's fine. You can pick that bone next as we get rolling here on the MJ Morning Show. But first, it's traffic time. Schreiner's got the latest MJ Morning Show back in a minute.
Not much.
Show, Q105, MJ, Roxanne, Fester, Andrew in the producer's booth. I was just going through the pile of early morons of the news, which runs in the next segment, and it's tasty. Yep, hey, listen, if I'm entertained, that's always been my theory. I've always operated this radio show that I'm going to come in here and I'm going to entertain myself. And so happens that translates to it seems to entertain most people. Not all, but seems to entertain a lot of people. So that's the way. That's my secret. I come in here, I entertain myself, and hopefully it translates to a lot of listeners. 6:21 right now, Friday, weekend straight ahead. Buccaneers obviously play. It's not official, so he's not officially named, but it is expected that Mike Evans is going to be back this weekend when the Bucs play the Giants.
Will he be 100%?
Well, that's the
Probably
question. Well, I don't listen. He's had the rehab, he had the bye week, and Chris Godwin's a whole different story. So he's not going to be back, and then he might have played his last game in Tampa, right?
Yeah, his contract is up at the end of the year, and he's a free agent, so we may not see Chris Godwin again on the field.
Yeah, well,
as a Buccaneer.
Yeah, let's preface that. All right, so Roxanne, you left us in the opening segment at the very end of the segment before we took the break. You said you've got your hair twirling over there. That's your tick, man. So when you get nervous,
what's your obsession with watching my hair twirl, sir?
Because you twirl your hair.
I'm just twirling my hair like a Southern belle.
I don't want you to alopecia yourself over there or something.
It's happening. It's already happening.
I don't want you because if you twirl your hair, you could be yanking it out.
Yeah, maybe,
and end up with a bald spot.
It's like
travesty.
It's like you're twirling your hair instead of punching somebody. You're giving your hand something to do that's
I
not
think so.
violent.
All right. So what is your bone to pick with Fester?
Yes,
so
please.
Yesterday was a very busy day. Very busy. I went from this job to middays to Boston to running to my daughter's school, right?
What time is your daughter's school? What time was that?
So that was at 2. No, that was at 1:45. So I had to leave here a little bit early.
Okay.
So I had with me what Fester gave me because and I'm all about efficiency,
now,
right? And Fester's like, I'll do a little favor
We're talking
for you
about you leaving
to go to the teach-in.
to do the Great American
Yes.
Teach-In.
Yeah. Yesterday was a Great American Teach-In in Hillsborough County.
Hillsborough County. So Fester, you went to 2 different teach-ins?
Yes, I visited my son's school in the morning. We had lunch there. The pizza was surprisingly good.
Dude, I've got to deal with something later on. And this is kind of an old story, but I don't know why this kind of popped up in my travels yesterday. So I'm online, I'm doing my research, and this old picture and this old meme going back maybe to the mid 2000s, 2006, 2008, 2009, somewhere in there. I remember this, and you driving to schools yesterday, I'm just laughing at the vehicle that you could have driven.
Okay.
Hang on, folks. I will get to this later on because I'm thinking this would be a great experiment.
Yes, because schools like things.
No. Hang on, no.
You take it to the airport.
It just would have been fun. Listen, maybe this is just my twisted, morbid sense of humor,
right.
but this
we'll get to that.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay, stop laughing and just continue.
So
Roxanne's upset with me for some reason.
But there's another thing that I need to tie back, and I'll do that later on.
Okay, we can't wait.
Right.
So it's a day that I have a lot to pack in. I appreciate anyone who can help me with this day. Also, I had to go do another shoot for Morning Blend.
Okay.
After that, which full disclosure, MJ, not taking a job at Morning Blend.
You should.
I do freelance work for them, but you'll see it on.
So
I don't think today. Anyhow,
packed
day.
Very busy
Packed.
day.
So I was so happy that Fester came to me and said, I can go get you some prizes to give the kids when you talk to them at teach-in. I was like, that is so thoughtful. Thank you.
We
That
don't
will help
have
me
any
out.
prizes. Those
Well,
budgets were cut years ago.
One of the segments I came in a couple of seconds late because I was scouring through our promotions department to look for some kind of tchotchke
To give
pass
to the kids at the Great American Teach-In.
something. It could have been anything. All right. And I found a couple of things. And then Roxanne's like, ooh, I need stuff too. And I'm like, don't worry. I got you. And I did.
Did you do the little...
It's more of a,
Gotcha, okay.
it's not as spitty, but it's,
All right.
I got you.
So he
Kind
says,
of a mouth click.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got you.
he says, I gotcha. And I get to the school. I pull up. He gives me this bag. He goes, here's some bracelets. Okay, bracelets. Perfect.
What kind of bracelets?
You know, the rubbery bracelets.
Like they're red.
Yeah.
Like remember Lance Armstrong
The
and the
Live
yeah,
Strong.
Live Strong.
Yeah.
People
So-
do a lot of marketing with them,
so
put their logo,
Weren't
etc.
those? Wasn't that the first bracelet that kind of started the craze, where everybody was coming up with their own little rubber, like
Yeah.
silicone bracelet
Yes.
with like imprints on them, and
Again, you are correct.
Right.
That was the first time I've ever seen those silicone
Yeah.
bracelets.
were the yellow Lance Armstrong
Live Strong bracelets.
doping Live Strong bracelets.
Yes.
That was before the doping scandal.
Right. Then it was
Right.
then it was Live on steroids.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So I get these bracelets. So I pull up.
What the hell is on the bracelets?
Just wait. I'm getting to it. So I pull up. And so, Fester, this is my question for you.
Yes.
Do you not know I'm a mom? I'm
Okay.
not going to just arbitrarily hand something to children. I'm going to look through a bag to make sure there are no needles in the bag.
Okay.
I'm going to look through the bag to make sure there are no poisons in it.
this isn't Halloween.
Right?
You're handing something out.
But your trick was not going to work on me because
Okay.
I did the inspection.
It could have worked.
Hold on. So
No.
the bag was not given out?
There's
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Can I-
not.
Can I see the bag? Can
Do you want to do the big reveal?
Yeah, throw
Okay.
the so,
Ask me if you think any of the children would have
All right.
liked these bracelets.
All right, throw them over.
Can the kids even read? That was a hell of a
Sorry.
throw.
I was going for your head, MJ. I'm
almost,
sorry.
almost took my eye out. All right, so I'm holding this up to MJTV.
Right.
This is a big bag of these rubber bracelets.
Kids would love them.
I mean, I would think that it would say like Q105 on it. Or,
Yeah, that's what I
All right,
imagined.
hang on, let me.
Or even a company who we work with.
And what age kids were these intended
Second.
for? Second grade?
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
Yeah.
What are you? Wait, you gave? Are you effing kidding me?
Yeah.
You,
I looked at that bag. I go, that ass.
you gave Roxanne this bag of bracelets to give to second graders?
Yeah.
You know what?
Uh-huh.
I just put it out there in the world, and I wanted to see what would happen.
Yeah.
Wait,
well-
did you know what these said?
Oh, I know exactly what they said.
Oh my God!
We
All right,
have-
folks,
We have 5,000 of those bracelets in our promotions.
on the bracelets. I'm gonna hold this very closely
Jeez,
to MJTV. So if you're watching MJTV right now, this is what it says on the bracelet.
Read it.
Yeah,
I'm going to do both.
Okay.
It says knowyourhivstatus.com.
That
You
is-
want to give
Yeah.
second graders knowyourhivstatus.com rubber red
Yeah.
bracelets?
That's appropriate.
I think it's appropriate for everybody to know.
Who does wear
Hey,
these bracelets, by
Hey,
the way?
second graders. What are they? 6, 7? How old are they? 7?
7 and 8.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Right?
7 and
Hey, know your HIV status, you little second graders.
You walk
Have you
around-
been a promiscuous little,
Listen.
second grade hoe?
Listen, well, I don't know about all that, but listen, you go
Yeah, I
out,
don't think second
give
graders
out
do
the
that.
kids,
Think
you
about
go,
that.
hey, we got some treats for you, or we got
Yeah.
a little prize for
All
you.
right, Festy, this is completely irresponsible.
It's from our promotions department, and I saw this, and I was like, you know what, the kids will love these red bands if they can't read.
When would we ever give? Who wants this as a
yeah.
prize at one of our radio station remotes? Who wants this
Yeah, is that
bracelet
on the pick a prize table?
as a prize?
I think we give them away
Yeah.
when I go like the Galaxy fireworks
Yeah.
for like
Really?
New Year's Eve.
Really?
Guess what? How many bags of these do we have?
30.
There's a reason why.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, let's just, I mean, we can probably burn them and
So,
go ahead. It's a better
I-
net gain even to put the plastic
I
toxins into the
think-
atmosphere.
I mean,
I think-
who thought that making this as a promotional
Yeah.
premium item was going to be well received? A rubber band bracelet, knowyourhivstatus.com.
Yeah, I want to wear that.
What the heck?
I think
Well,
we do
So-
work to some degree with this disease awareness charity,
All
which
right.
I'm sure does great work.
All right.
helping
So,
people.
yeah, I'm sure it is a great charity, but I don't think it's something that second graders want to wear and need to even know about.
Listen, it might be a great charity or more like a good organization,
Yeah, sure.
public awareness organization, but I question spending money on rubber bracelets. Who's going to wear a red rubber bracelet that says knowyourhivstatus.com on it?
I guess someone who does know it.
Or doesn't. I was like, listen, I need some information.
Yeah.
Man.
So I'm a quick thinker. When I realized this mistake, I told the class, I said, listen, I'm so sorry. I had to rush in and I didn't bring you my prizes from the car, but I have something for you and Evelyn's going to bring it today. And so they are beads because, we do at radio stations, we do parades. and we throw
Oh, my
beads out.
God. Now
So-
they probably have lead on them. They're probably low quality Chinese made beads, and they have that tested for lead. The lead content is probably off the charts. You're going to poison the kids with lead.
I'm so glad you said that because we have other beads back there that says know your lead poisoning status.com.
All right. And when did you realize that this bag had inappropriate bracelets?
In the parking lot.
In-
I'm like,
of the
I'm like
school?
getting my of the school. I go,
That's
okay,
great.
driver's license check, car keys check.
Yeah.
All right, let me grab this package to give the kids out the goodies. What is this? Not happening.
Holy crap.
You're welcome. If you would have
Comical.
handed it out to the kids, it would have been hysterical.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
For who?
Me.
I've got early morons in the news next. Stand by. Good pile in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show. Means it's time for the early morons of the news. And many times in morons of the news, we are able to play this little sound effect, which asks this question.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Yep, that's me. How did I end up in this situation? Like a suspect arrested up in the Villages because he attacked a lazy landscaper. So if you think your lawn guy is lazy, how do you remedy the situation?
How?
You attack him.
Of course.
That's what you do.
Nothing worse than, you're paying for him by the hour, probably.
Oh, man. The Villages news, sometimes I go for weeks without finding good stuff, and then sometimes it's like a back-to-back, day after day, idiot fest. Listen to this one. Andrew Robert Fontaine, suspect arrested after allegedly attacking a lazy landscaper in the Villages. 39-year-old guy of Fruitland Park was arrested on warrants charging him with assault and battery by strangulation following the attack, which happened back in September. They finally tracked him down after he attacked a lawn guy in the Villages. After completing work at a home in one of the Villages, Fontaine had been working at a residence on Becerra Street with his brother. When they finished the work, they got into a truck and drove a short distance away. Fontaine became upset with his brother for being lazy, and he started strangling his brother in the truck, restricting his brother's airway to the point where I can't breathe. I can't breathe. His brother couldn't breathe.
Yeah, you're going to kill the guy if you don't stop.
The brother escaped from the truck and then called 911. Fontaine, whose company is named And Landscapes, LLC, A-N-D.
It's like the dumbest name ever for a landscape company.
Yeah, he was originally taken into custody in Lake County, but then he was transferred to Sumter County, I guess, where the strangulation took place. So this guy was arrested attacking a lazy landscaper, and it turns out the lazy landscaper was his brother, and they're riding in the same truck, and he chokes him out like the in The Simpsons. Isn't that in the opening of The Simpsons where Homer chokes out Bart, right?
Yeah, and his eyeballs kind of pop out of his head.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if that happened.
Bart would be a lazy landscaper.
Oh my God. Anyway, this guy's saying,
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
I ended up in the Sumter County jail after trying to strangle a lazy
What
landscaper
about the other guy?
who happened to be my brother.
All the other guy had to do was just work a little harder.
Oh my God, what a mess. Hey, Fester, this is going to be really close to your heart. This goes to Texas. All right, so if you think of great Texas food, what is the first thing that comes to mind? A great Texas food item. And in Texas, they love this.
Yeah.
Well, you ought to be able to jump right on it and guess it right off the bat.
I think I know.
Oh, and what do you think you know, smart guy?
Well, only two things come from Texas.
All right, what?
And one of them provides brisket.
There you go.
All right, just stop right there.
That's what it is.
Brisket is correct.
See, I was going to say Tex-Mex.
Nope, it's brisket.
All right.
Fester, how'd you know that?
Because
Yeah,
I know. I mean, it's the Texas brisket.
Yeah, I mean,
if every state had a dish, I have a feeling in Texas it would be smoked brisket.
Yeah, wow. You've got listen to this. Who would do this?
What they do to the brisket?
This couple with a barbecue joint, they had their brisket stolen. So their briskets are slow cooking outside, and somebody drives up and rips their briskets off out of the smoker. Who does that?
I mean, you need a couple of high temperature rubber gloves and a big heavy plastic tote to lift them away. I mean, a lot of these older barbecue joints have a smoker that's outside and isn't always secure. Or maybe secured with just a little crummy padlock, which you could snap in a second. And inside might be a couple of $1,000 worth of meat.
Yeah.
So that's how they would do it.
How long are we talking? Like, how much does brisket need to cook?
Oof. All right. So that's a complicated question.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on the weight of the piece of brisket, right?
Right. 12 to 14 hours.
Yeah, this is just a terrible.
You put brisket on the afternoon before for the next day.
Yeah, Todd and Christina Payne, and they've got this barbecue smokehouse, and literally they're slow cooking. He says, let me give you his quote. I mean, smoking meat isn't the easiest restaurant to run.
No.
You got 12 to 20 hours to smoke the brisket and stuff, so it's a lot of hours.
Yeah.
And then this couple just opened up their restaurant back in August, and already somebody is ripping off their brisket. They've got it slow cooking outside in the big black steel smoker.
Probably a big old chest smoker or something. They probably had a bunch of briskets in there.
And someone drives by and rips off their brisket. Yeah. The heist began around 8:15 p.m. This was, I guess, Tuesday night. So it was earlier this week, Tuesday night, and someone rips off 2 huge briskets that they're smoking. And that's probably the brisket for the next day.
Yeah, you it's a kind of eat what you cooked the night before type business.
Guess what? If this is Tuesday night at 8:15 or so, and they think that someone ripped off their brisket. So, first of all, the brisket's not going to be done.
Right.
So, what are they going to take the brisket? And do they have another smoker? Do the thieves have a smoker? They're going to finish it off?
All right, Chief, we're going to follow the smoke trails around town.
What the hell?
I mean, you could cook it another way, but still, that's a lot of money. And briskets are heavy chunks of meat, and it's not cheap.
Come on, leave the brisket alone. That's terrible. So I guess there was no brisket on Wednesday, right?
Hmm.
What else did they serve? They might as well have closed.
Well, they got some. I think they're famous for their brisket, but that sucks. Yeah, so they filed a police report Wednesday morning, and they had to adjust the menu for the entire rest of the day earlier this week on Wednesday because their staple, their main item, was ripped off by brisket rustlers.
Get those brisket rustlers.
Holy crap! Anyway,
You have to secure those outdoor smokers, man.
Yeah,
so
you do.
is that a thing? Have you heard of like barbecue heists in the past?
I mean, MJ, if you're looking for a quick food score, I mean, maybe let's say you have like a competing food truck or something, and you boost. It's a
Fine,
lot. It's a
but-
lot of money paid by the pound for this stuff.
But the restaurants that have smokers behind their restaurants, is that a known thing to have a padlock on the
Yeah, that's a good question.
the smoker?
I mean, it's like leaving the door to your business open.
Hmm.
I mean, let's see. You leave at the end of the night, you lock your business.
Well, also, I guess you got to worry about food safety and contamination. And if I don't want to say something gross, but I guess I have to. What if you got some saboteur that wants to, take a leak on your briskets or your ribs that are
Yeah.
smoking in the back?
Hey,
You know,
hey, are you using a different
You know what?
rub on this?
Yeah.
this new rub's got a little bit of a wang to it.
A little different. Can't quite place it. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's just different.
Yeah. Ew. Ew.
No, but you have to lock you if you're, and it's the older barbecue joints. Newer barbecue joints have like their pit inside, and they lock their business, and the pit's fine
Yeah.
to burn all night. But if you have it outside, man, you got to secure it.
I love going to our special commentator, Fester, on barbecue.
Well,
You know it all.
That's why I
That's
went to
your thing.
Fester. Fester
Yeah.
knows this stuff. And then a much more local story. Do you remember the lawyer that ripped off clients and then went to the Hard Rock and blew all the money? And then remember he said that I have like a debilitating gambling problem. I'm like the biggest degenerate gambler. I mean, he fessed right up.
He defrauded like
Yes.
old people or
Yeah.
something, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like stole their like retirement money. I mean, this
Life savings.
This is terrible.
Well, he was able to acknowledge he had a problem.
Well, we have an update on this. This was Jason Penrod. Remember, I think I called him Jason Pinhead.
Nimrod.
Yeah, or I think we did.
Jason
I
Nimrod.
think we did both. Nimrod, Pinhead. Well, the update is the Florida bar has permanently revoked the law license of Jason Penrod, who he was slapped with grand theft charges, and he ripped off a client's money, the living trust. So add Jason Penrod to the list of permanently disbarred Florida attorneys. I got a couple of names on that list.
Yeah.
Got a couple of local folks that I remember the names of that have been permanently disbarred because they're jackwagons.
Jason, you are in terrible company.
Yeah, you join, and you join. Yeah.
One more. So
You join a couple of folks that I know.
I have a question about
who've
this
been disbarred.
about this whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yep.
What do the Indians say about this? What does the Seminole tribe say about this? Because they went to his establishment,
Yeah.
and now they know that this was with stolen money.
Yeah.
Is the if you ask for the refund, is the chief saying like how are we gonna do that?
Fester,
How?
stop.
How?
Oh, we knew you were
Dude,
going
stop.
there.
How?
Listen,
he
it's-
came here.
listen,
he gambled the money. He
Listen,
lost it.
Listen, it's not the Hard Rock's fault
No.
that this guy gambled away the client. The responsibility does not lie on the Hard
But
Rock.
what if the casino knows it came from stolen funds?
But they don't know. What are you? How would they know it came from stolen? The casino doesn't know that.
I mean, what if they went
the
to the
casino
chief?
doesn't know?
What if they went to the chief and say, "How do you know how he got the money?" I don't know. How did he get it?
All right. Anyway, so we've got Jason Penrod, who's been charged with grand theft, and he's now been disbarred. Yeah. Well, I mean, just an awful story. I mean, it was like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Oh, I'm sorry. It was like almost $2 million. That's right.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. It was almost like $2 million. I think it was multiple clients. I remember it happened out in Polk County. So this lawyer was trusted. He was out in Polk County, and he could get sentenced to like 30 years in prison. But he has been disbarred now officially for stealing money. And then he admitted that he gambled the money away. It was $1.7 million of the living trust that he gambled away at the Hard Rock. Oh, that's right. He referred to himself as a raging addict, and he had a compulsion to gamble that was in overdrive. Is that like Bachman Turner Overdrive? Baby, you haven't seen a gambling addiction yet. Baby. Well, that's just sad. Yeah. He's, by the way, still behind bars. He hasn't met a $500,000 bond.
I mean,
Yeah.
this guy gets disbarred. Is that the biggest deal for him? I mean, he's going to jail for the next 30 years.
He faces up to 30 years in prison.
Let's say he gets, 15. Punk.
Yeah, that's awful. So a little follow-up morons in the news. 6:53 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. 7 o'clock hour starts next. So stand by. We have a lot coming up. Plus, we've got the hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ on the way in just a little bit. Oh, guess what? Get ready. Huge savings if you're cooking Thanksgiving dinner at home. Oh, big, massive savings over last year. How much are you going to save? Because some of the prices are lower this year. Oh, boy. I need you to start thinking where you're going to spend the money that you're going to save. What are you chuckling at?
I'm just waiting to get set up on this.
Well, what do you mean I'm setting you up?
I don't know. I just feel a setup.
Is it me setting you up?
I
Come
feel
on.
a setup.
Get out of here. All right, hold on. We got a lot next. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Don't move. I have somebody unfairly attacking Michelle after watching one of my Instagram video reels starring Michelle. So I've got to address that coming up in just a bit here on the MJ Morning Show. The parents that went absolutely nutso on a school resource deputy over on the other side of the state in Volusia County. Man, this story is whacked. And the audio this is the must-hear audio of the day. You got, or I guess maybe I got two pieces of must-hear audio. And the whole Tampa Bay Rays debacle at the St. Pete City Council hearing yesterday, that's the other must-hear audio today. Holy crap on a popsicle stick. Unfreaking believable. All right. First, though, man, I got some good news for you. You are going to save gob piles of money this Thanksgiving. You take the cost of preparing Thanksgiving dinner for 10 people last year, and you compare it to making Thanksgiving dinner for 10 people this year, oh, it's a whole different ball game. It's a game changer.
Every year there's that report of how much it costs.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got the latest right here. I got your numbers right here, baby. So Thanksgiving meal costs are down this year.
Okay.
That's good.
I can give you some specifics if you want. I can let you know that average prices, cranberries $2.35, the sweet potatoes $2.93, cube stuffing $4.08. I don't understand that. That's just stale freaking bread. I mean, what the pumpkin pie mix $4.15, A 16-pound turkey, $25.67. Anyway, the numbers are down. So the average cost to feed 10 people for Thanksgiving this year is $58.08. Now that just seems like a ridiculously low number to me in the first place.
Think about it. Thanksgiving is typically a very inexpensive meal.
Not in my house, man. I'm going to end up buying probably $50 in freaking Brussels sprouts.
Okay, listen, that's on you. But if you wanted to have turkey and
then my labor, do you know how laborious it is to make my famous shallot
and it depends,
infused Brussels sprouts?
A lot of labor and love goes into those, I'm sure. It's also
Are you being
expensive.
sarcastic?
No, absolutely not.
That was her sincere voice.
That was my sincere voice.
All right.
And also, if you, depending upon how much your family likes to drink, the booze bill will really get you too.
All right, so let me go with the numbers here. Again, this is a published report from Wire Services. I've seen this in multiple places. This is according to the American Farm Bureau Federations. This is being reported all over the place. The number comes from the American Farm Bureau Federation that the average Thanksgiving meal will cost $58.08 this year. And guess what? That is down a whopping 5% from last year. So what is that, a savings of like $3 or something?
Yeah. Two something?
$2.90 or whatever.
All right, so you save $2.
We're going to save $2, and man, look, and the headlines are out there, and like you got like news channels that are like, and good news, the average cost for Thanksgiving meal is down this year. Yeah, $2 freaking bucks, $3, whatever.
Good job.
There you go. Can't even buy a scratcher for that. What's the cheapest scratcher you can buy?
I think there are $2 scratchers.
Are there $2
There might
scratchers?
be
Yeah, I
one.
think so. Still,
There
yeah.
might be a $1 scratcher.
I don't know. I'm not a scratcher guy. Probably should be when you hear about some lady winning $10 million at a Wawa or whatever, or a 7-Eleven, whatever the hell that was, up in the Panhandle.
Cumberland Farms.
Yeah. Oh, and listen, there is no way, and we're gonna have like 12 people at my house. I got people coming to my house this year. I don't even know who the hell they are. I some friend of Chloe and her boyfriend are coming. I'm like, who? Anyway, we got like 12 people at my house. So I'm going to tell you right now, there is no freaking way that Thanksgiving is going to cost me $58.08.
Well, no, but I thought you said that was per person.
No.
No, that's the total?
That's the whole meal.
Oh, no way. No way.
That, according to the, that's what I said. I said 10 times, to feed 10 people, the average, according to the American Farm Bureau, is $58.08. All right. I'm going to tell you right now, the honey-baked ham that I'm going to have to pick up on Anderson Road is going to be $58 all by itself. Or at least that,
I just have to tell you guys, going back to the scratchers, I'm looking at lottery.net. Fester, is that a good site? I think it is. And there's a cash on the spot $1 scratcher.
All right,
You
awesome.
can get.
There we go. So I can buy like 2.5 of those for my alleged savings this year.
A couple others. Yeah.
There's no savings. The Brussels sprouts I'm going to have to buy like 4 or 5 pounds of Brussels sprouts.
Okay. So
those are going to, how much were Brussels sprouts? Like $3.99 a pound, $4.99 a
I have
pound?
never bought Brussels sprouts in my life. I mean, I bet you most families probably aren't going to have Brussels sprouts. But if you had like the more traditional Thanksgiving dishes, a turkey, some corn, some
Green
mashed
beans.
potatoes, green beans, stuffing.
Yeah,
Cranberry sauce.
Those are all relatively inexpensive foods.
Yeah, I mean, you buy the cans of green beans for what, like, 89, 99 cents a can.
I mean, green bean casserole is a $5 dish. It could be a $5-6 dish.
I think that's expensive. I think it's lower than that. But my Thanksgiving, it's going to be a little more expensive because of the quality ingredients that I'm going to pour into the operation. Listen, I'm getting a Florida raised turkey. I got to pick up my turkey next week. I think Tuesday, because I need I'll pick it up maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. But I got to pick it up by close of business Wednesday, or else I'm screwed because I don't think they're open Thursday. No, we got our turkey this year from the Boozy Pig because they've got fresh Florida raised turkeys, and that's what I'm going to pick up. Then I got to brine the thing for like 24 hours, and then Thursday, man, it's going in the. And I've got the all-new stainless steel Bayou Classic turkey fryer for the backyard. Yeah, not going to fry a turkey in the garage. Not going to fry a turkey in the living room. But
No, not a van either.
I'm going to tell you. Yeah. Hey, Fester, bring a van by the house this year. Anyway, so speaking of honey baked, so it's anticlimactic. Yeah, big savings. Yeah, you're going to save $2.82 this year, based on the $58 cost for 10 people, which that seems ridiculous. That seems ridiculously low to begin with. And then speaking of honey baked ham, I got to mention this to Michelle. So we have the turkey, and then Michelle always gets the honey baked ham. My kids don't eat turkey. I mean, Chloe and Julian don't eat turkey. Michelle got them hooked at an early age on the honey baked ham on Thanksgiving.
It's a great
Those
ham.
are good.
And it is
really
good.
are.
It is good. And I also saw, though, that honey baked ham is now going to be selling prime rib, at least here in Tampa.
Oh, they have great side dishes. They're good.
Oh, look at this. The new prime rib at honey baked ham will be exclusively available at select stores in Miami and Tampa, and then some in Ohio, Texas, and anyway, it's kind of a new deal, right? Thanksgiving costs are down. Yeah, save $2.79.
You can give everybody a quarter.
And then all the news media is running with that. And we're like the only ones to say that's ridiculous and great. Saving $2. Yay. Why is that a news story? Why is that a freaking news story? It doesn't make any sense. Hey, do you remember, it might not have been this week, it might have been last week. When did we talk about the pickleball tournament where the sore loser kicked the opponent in the face as he was leaning over the net because he dropped his racket?
Yeah, was it Monday?
I felt like it was earlier
Was it
this
earlier
week.
Yeah,
this
it was
week?
yes.
Oh, man. So the pickleball victim who was at a tournament is speaking out, said he lost his memory for 3 hours after the opponent kicked him in the face. And also I found out that it was at a tournament in Mexico where this happened.
Yeah, those Mexican pickleballers,
Yeah.
man, they take it seriously.
Well, no, these were international pickleballers.
Oh, it was like the Olympics of pickleball.
Yeah, so listen, I believe these are Americans. There was apparently a huge pickleball tournament in Mexico. Because the name of, I'll give you the names in a second. The guy that got kicked in the face in this viral video at the pickleball tournament, we're talking pickleball violence, holy frig. And it was at a tournament in Mexico. The video's gone viral. And, pickleball's like this friendly, lighthearted, I mean, it gets competitive, but it's not a violent sport.
Listen, every sport has competitive juices flowing through it at some level.
In what appeared to be a match point, the eventual kicker, who was wearing pink shorts, received a serve before approaching the net, where he illegally stepped over the non-volley line. That mistake gave away a foot fault and ultimately the match. On the other side of the net, the man who would be kicked, who was wearing a green shirt, was identified as Peter Schonk, S-H-O-N-K. That's not a Mexican name. That sounds like this dude came in from the United States, Mr. Peter Schonk. And he was celebrating, screaming, yeah, let's go. And then the other guy, who was not very gracious, kicks the guy in the face. The man in the pink shorts appeared to hold out his paddle, which the man in the green knocked out of his hands and looked like an accident, though. And then the other guy, as Mr. Green is leaning over to pick up the paddle, that's where the opponent drop kicks him in the face, knocks the guy for a loop, and then we hear that Peter Schonk, so Peter Schonk is saying, I was just going to tap his paddle. Kind of like is that like the fist bump equivalent?
Yeah.
I guess.
And that's where the no bad intentions, the paddle fell out of his hand. He was leaning over to pick it up, and that's where the other guy just kicked him in the face. And Peter Schonk fell to the ground, seemingly unconscious, and he claims that he had no memory. He lost his memory for 3 hours. My God. So that's the follow-up. Peter Schonk, because when we talked about this video early in the week, we didn't know where it happened. We didn't know any names. Now we know that the tournament was in Mexico and the victim was Peter Schonk.
There's really a lot to this video. I'm looking at Schonk, And chonk. Looks like he was really aggressively smacking the paddle out of his hand, but then he instantly goes to pick it up. So
Yes, his name is what? Peter
Chonk!
Chonk. God, he would have been better off getting shanked
Peter
than kicked in the face like that.
Yeah. What's his name? Peter.
Chonk!
Can you say it a couple times for me?
Chonk! Chonk! Chonk!
Thank you. Peter.
Chonk!
And Andrew's reminding me, I mean, the video is so stunning. We put it up on our website earlier this week. So if you haven't seen the pickleball attack in what is typically a lighthearted, fun sport where everybody gets along. And then we got Peter
Chonk!
who gets drop kicked in the face. If you haven't seen the video, it really is stunning. The video is on our website, mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. And just go to As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. So go to our website, mjmorningshow.com, and near the top, you'll see As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. Click on that, and then scroll down and look for the headline to see the video, because it is unfreaking believable. Amazing. Do you think this is an honor? Let me ask you a question. Is this an honor? One of these, first of all, everyone thinks they're a YouTuber these days. Everyone's a YouTuber. Everyone's an influencer. I haven't heard of it. 99.9% of these so-called YouTuber influencers. But there's a YouTuber by the name of Rosanna Pansino. It's not Rosanna Dana.
I wish it was.
Yeah. Rosanna Pansino of Fort Lee, New Jersey, writes in. And so Rosanna Pansino is some kind of YouTuber. And one of her latest videos is smoking her father's ashes.
What?
Yeah, father passes away, father is cremated, and she smokes her father's ashes on a YouTube video.
That's just weird. I have my dad's ashes, and that's the last thing I would do with them.
Yeah, put those in a bowl. I mean, this is unbelievable.
So
She's a 39-year-old internet personality. A personality with what? What does she do?
And what does she describe? Like, what's the rationale? Why does she do this?
Listen, she puts out a ton of content, and she has 14.6 million subscribers on her
What
YouTube.
the
channel.
hell?
Pansino.
It's just on her YouTube.
14.6 million subscribers?
Listen.
Can you make a living with those kind of numbers?
Yeah, you definitely
Yeah,
can.
you can. Yeah, you
If
can.
you've got 14.6 million subscribers.
And that's just on one platform. This is just YouTube. It's not saying what her Instagram
What?
is or her TikTok
you know
or
what?
any of her other ones.
I'm in the wrong business. I need to become a YouTube influencer.
You know, you should have been at my talk yesterday at the teach-in, because I said, I do radio, but when you guys grow up, it's going to be a different platform. It's going to be something else.
Yeah,
You just got to be a good storyteller. You should do YouTube, MJ.
We're doing radio for the next 6 months, maybe.
6 months.
that might be long. 39-year-old internet personality. Fester just showed me she's got 14.6 million subscribers. She honored her father by smoking a joint.
And she laced the joint with a
Well,
little bit of dad's ash.
I guess the marijuana was grown using her dad's ashes.
Oh, so she didn't lace it. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
So it's not like
Anyway.
the Willie Nelson song, Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die.
So her episode from November 17th was entitled Smoking My Dead Dad. What the hell?
What, she mixed the ashes and the soil and then grew a little pot plant?
The episode was called Smoking My Dead Dad.
That will get you some clicks.
Oh, my God. Got a 14.6 million sickos following her, this lady.
What are her other claims to fame?
Well, she also claims that it was her dad's dying wish before he passed was for her to light up a joint filled with his remains. So maybe maybe the ashes were used as fertilizer to grow the pot plant.
I guess.
And then I wonder if she also just sprinkled some ashes in the joint before she rolled it as well. Her father died of leukemia, was battling it for 6 years, and you're telling me that her dad's dying wish was for her to smoke him in a joint?
Well, maybe he wanted her to get a lot of clicks.
I'm going to breathe in dad?
All right, this is going to be a great video. When I
Oh,
kick
my
the bucket,
God.
I want you to smoke me.
I'm sorry.
This family's probably into some vampire crap too, like blood sucking.
Yeah, like Angelina Jolie stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I'm just guessing. Maybe
all
not.
this Rosanna is into is clicks.
Oh, my God. Anyway, man, these YouTubers, these influencers, it's insane. All right, 7:19 at the MJ Morning Show. We're running late. I'm sorry. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. We have the Tropicana Field Rays debacle, which just, I mean, the crap hit the fan yesterday. Holy moly. If you don't know what happened. And then we've talking about the crap hitting the fan. This is must-hear audio. You've got to hear what happened between a school resource deputy and two parents that attacked the school resource deputy after they were called to school because their son attacked another little girl. You have got to hear this audio. It is outrageous. And the sheriff in Volusia County is off the charts fantastic. You got to hear this. It's all next. Hang on. And a lot more because we have an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Next, here on Q105. 727, rolling up on 728. It is the MJ Morning Show. This is 104.7 FM, Q105. And don't worry, I'm running a few minutes late, launching the hour and 20 minutes, but you get it on the back end. You always get more than an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ like right now. And let me ask you a quick question. Where is the absolute dumbest place to park in a parking lot?
The dumbest place to park in a parking lot.
The dumbest, I mean, you got to be an idiot to park in this spot in a parking lot.
The handicap spot. When you're not deservedly,
you know
you're
what?
not supposed to park there.
That's not a bad answer, but it's not what I'm looking for. So you get the, no.
On the median, like on the little grass area.
Say it again?
Like the grassy areas?
No, that's a stupid one.
You said what's a stupid area, and I gave you a stupid area.
Come on, but that's not within boundaries. Let me.
Depends on the parking lot. Is it the fire lane?
No, it's not the fire lane either.
Is it the one that says reserved for pregnant women and I walk out like a fat lady?
No.
Is it the one that says cops only?
No.
The one that says veterans and I walk out with a limp? I mean, what's the...
Come on, guys. Think about it for a minute. The absolute dumbest place to park in a parking lot, supermarket, Walmart, Target.
Oh, I know.
You would have to be, you're...
next to a jalopy because they don't care.
Well, you know what? That I always keep that in mind.
Yeah.
When I'm parking a car, I do kind of, look and see who I'm parking next to. Because if, let's say you can't get a spot like far out or kind of isolated because the lot is jammed, then you look for spots next to other newer, nicer cars because, the belief is that they're not going to be total turd heads and fling their door open, that they don't want to damage your car because they don't want to damage their car. But if you got people that are driving absolute crap wagons, they don't give a flying crap, right?
We don't care.
So, no, but that's an important little ancillary item.
Okay.
Be careful. No, but come on. The dumbest place to park your car in a parking lot. Think about it.
In the
Well,
middle-
like, I don't know, if in the to-go food
No.
area and you're not really getting
Oh,
to-go food.
Come on, guys.
is the answer
really?
going to be like in the middle of the lobby?
Listen, I bet you that I can go to phones right now and I will have the answer within 3 phone calls. Let's go. The dumbest place to park your car in a parking lot. And I see people doing this. I'm like, what's the matter with you?
We've already eliminated a bunch
you
of
know.
decent answers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so, yeah, don't repeat what I've already poo-pooed and shot down. Where is the dumbest place to park in a park? And I saw this. Yeah, the reason why I'm bringing this up, I saw it yesterday. I'm like, and I kind of made a mental note, and that's why I'm bringing it up. Just a little quickie, little item here. All right, the dumbest place to park in a parking lot. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Come on, this is so every line is jammed. I'm going to tell you right now that our callers are going to know within three callers, I'm going to get the right answer. And maybe I might get it from Troy in Land O'Lakes with guess number 1. Troy, what is your guess? Dumbest place to park in a parking lot?
The cart return, next to the cart return.
Bam, that's it. Number
Wow,
one.
good job.
100%. Who the hell parks their car next to the shopping cart return rack?
I mean, I wouldn't even picture that as an option because you can't fit all cars in there. You're talking about the little space.
No, you have the shopping cart return.
Oh, you're just saying in general, don't park there because you're going to get dinged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have the shopping cart return corral, and then you typically have like parking spot right next to it. You have to be a total dimwad to park in the spot right next to. Troy, you knew right away.
Right. Yeah. You don't care about your vehicle if you park next to that. People put carts back in the most unbelievable ways. So no way.
I see people shove the carts in the general direction. I've seen them hit cars that are parked next to the shopping cart return corral.
All right. So in my defense,
Look at this.
when I was picturing
Hey, Troy, thank you very much for calling, buddy.
You got to take care, guys.
All right.
I was picturing more like the parking lot at like International Plaza when you said the dumbest
Yeah.
spot, and they don't have cart corrals. I didn't think cart corral.
Yeah.
It wasn't even in my.
I mean, that makes sense. And I guess it's not a great place to park, but I guess I have a better.
Don't guess.
No, it's
It
not a
is
great place
not
to
No,
a
no,
great.
no,
There's no way where you say, you know what? Parking next to the shopping cart return corral is just a good idea. There's no one said no one should say that.
I've parked next to it before to run in to grab something at the grocery store, and I've given people a break to think that they might not bash my car in there. Like, I just think that people are more capable than we give them credit for, but I guess not.
Roxanne, every one of us has eventually at one time or another has parked next to the cart corral.
Yeah.
No, I've never parked
And
next to the
you know
cart
what?
corral.
I mean,
I'm
times.
going to tell you right
Yeah.
now that, but when I was 2 years old, I knew not to park next to the cart corral.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aren't you ahead of the curve?
Yeah.
Mommy, don't park down.
And I never spoke with baby talk either.
At 2.
I was
Well,
never a baby talker.
It's a proven thing that baby talk is good for your kids. We've
No,
talked
it's
about
not.
that.
Having your kids at 8 years old still talking with the little baby talk thing is
No, but the sing-songy thing is good for their brains.
all right, if you say so. All right, so I don't. This is just.
Is this a public service?
It's a public service, just an observation.
There's no story. There's no joke. it's just, hey, don't park next
there's
to-
no story. The story is that I've observed this.
And you look down on those people as idiots.
I think they're absolute idiots if you park next. I say out loud, look at this idiot that parked next to the shopping
You know what I'm going
cart."
to do? I'm going to go to the grocery store today and park next to the cart corral just to roll the dice, just to
Okay.
see if. No,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that because I just got my car back.
I mean,
I just got my car
You end up
back
with a
from
big-
Jean Perez, which, by the way, they heard our little when we talk about them at Jean Perez, so that's nice.
there you go.
They're awesome. They did a
Morning,
great job.
Jean.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, you come back from the supermarket with a big ding in your corner of the car.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, I shouldn't have rolled the dice.
All right, I've got audio coming up that is must hear. I've got this Volusia County encounter at a school with parents and the school resource deputy that is out of freaking control. Got that coming up, and then the whole Rays St. Pete City Council deal went off the rails yesterday. I mean, this is just when you thought that the whole Rays and St. Pete, Pinellas County debacle couldn't get worse. Oh, it did.
This is actually more exciting than the actual baseball.
You know what? More spectators on average watching this than the average Rays game. And then you got Tampa. You got Hillsborough County going, hey, over here. Over here, Hillsborough County, over here.
Hillsborough County had their shot for 10 years.
Well, guess what?
Where are they going to put a stadium?
Yeah, their shot could be coming back around again.
Yeah, so could Raleigh. So could Charlotte. I mean, a lot of places can get a shot now.
So one other thing. Listen, it's breakfast time here. It's, 7:36. It's a good time to mention this. I saw a story yesterday. Expert reveals sinister reason Fruit Loops won't remove cancer-linked dyes from their products. So the story, I'm talking about Kellogg's Fruit Loops. Right? Fruit Loops cereal have landed at the center of a political battle over artificial ingredients linked to cancer. There have been growing calls for the colorful hoops to be stripped of synthetic dyes like red number 40, yellow number 5, yellow number 6, as they've already been banned in Canada and Europe. Remember, we talked about this previously. Yeah. That if you buy Fruit Loops in Canada, you're not getting the same chemicals that you're getting in the Fruit Loops that you buy in the United States.
You're getting Canadian chemicals.
Right. So this, and I've got a much bigger observation.
Okay.
I've got a much bigger observation in just a second. So this expert says that studies have shown how people believe that brightly colored foods taste better and they prefer them over kind of duller, naturally colored foods. So that's one of the reasons why Fruit Loops in the United States, without government intervention or regulations, why they won't take some of these food colorings out of Fruit Loops in the United States, whereas they've been removed from the product in Canada and in Europe. But I think this is much bigger. I think it's much bigger. Let me tell you, Fruit Loops is F-R-O-O-T. If you try to spell fruit with F-R-O-O-T, that is your first indication that this is not healthy. All right?
I don't know that anybody's assuming that fruit is in Fruit Loops.
When you spell fruit, F-R-O-O-T, that is all you need to know, that this is not a stellar, healthy food for your body. Fruit. Instead of F-R-U-I-T, no, we're going to spell it fruit, F-R-O-O-T. That is the first glaring announcement that this is not good for you.
No.
Yeah, when you got to spell fruit with F-R-O-O-T, that's all. That's it. Thank you, everybody. That's all you need to know.
Hey,
good night, everybody.
I want to make a bigger point about health overall. This is something I was talking about the other day. I have a friend who's a cardiologist, and so he's a smart guy, but he's trying to get into wellness and
Are you
and
still
all these
wearing
holistic.
your heart monitor?
Yeah, but we don't need to draw attention to that.
No, but you've had this numerous times over the years.
No, I haven't.
No, you had it a couple of years ago because you showed it to us.
When we first started, I was having some palpitation. Well, I don't really want to talk about all this.
But you want to talk about Fruit Loops with Toucan Sam?
That's boring stuff.
What I'm saying was that you had heart issues even before, like when we first met you, you were having.
No, actually, what happened? I when I first started doing the MJ Morning Show, I was getting like this sort of rapid heartbeat. So I got a heart monitor put on, and he tested me, and he was like, "It's perfect, beautiful."
Well, this is like the first days or the first weeks.
Yeah, those first weeks of the show. Yes, it was.
But I remember you told us that you were having, even before we met you, you were having some issues or something.
No, it was right when I started the show. I was like, whew. But it all worked. He said, your heart's perfect.
You're like a
Timex. Yeah. Right. And now I'm having some issues, but we're getting them taken care of. But anyhow, I was talking to this friend of mine who's a cardiologist, and we were back to the topic. So he's getting into all this wellness stuff. And he knows that I've done, like different wellness modalities and different tests to see what nutrients are best for my body.
Is he recommending you eat more Fruit Loops? Because that would be awesome.
This is the overall, I'm getting to the overall picture of health as it relates to food in America versus Canada, as MJ was referencing.
Would you like to talk to Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and the new health guru? Hello. Roxanne, tell me everything.
Okay. So he was like, well, did that make you feel better? Did the infrared make you feel better? Did you notice it? I said, I'll tell you what made me feel better.
What made you feel better?
What made me feel phenomenal is a week plus in Italy. eating their food and no stress and relaxing in fresh air. If you want to be healthy,
Take a $20,000 trip to Italy.
exactly.
You know what? I
Exactly.
think you need to be.
That's
you need,
amazing.
You
So
need
that's
to,
the best I felt in my life.
then you need to become a travel reviewer.
Yes.
You need to get a job with like Rick Steves or like Fromers or
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do.
Traveling the rivers
Yeah.
of Germany
Uh-huh.
or something.
Yeah, you need to be a travel reviewer
Yes.
and shoot travel
So
videos.
Roxanne's health tip of the day is to take a $20,000
Yeah, there-
trip.
No,
we
to
go.
Italy.
seriously.
Okay.
The
Go-
overreaching
go-
point is the food in Italy is so healthy, and the food and it's not the same as it is here. Your body feels differently.
Okay. I'll take your word for
Yeah.
it.
I don't know. I've been there numerous times. I kind of feel the same, but that's that's me.
Mm.
All right. So moving along to the Volusia County school situation, which is I'm telling you, folks, this audio is must-hear audio. This is amazing audio. The background is simple. You had a Florida couple, husband and wife, that were pissed. They were irate. And they were arrested after attacking and punching a middle school resource officer because their son had shoved a little girl, a female classmate. Jorge Rivera, 46, and his wife, Dagmarie Aponte Itorino, 45.
Dagmarie.
Yeah, Dagmarie. I don't know how else to pronounce that. They both were hit with assault charges after meeting with the Deltona Middle School resource officer. This is over in Volusia County earlier this week. The parents had allegedly gone to the school angry to protest the school resource officer's decision to hit their son with a battery charge for pushing a girl at this middle school the day before.
So the kid wasn't arrested and cuffed and stuffed. He was just given a
Right.
charge.
They were gonna charge this kid with a battery charge because he got aggressive and pushed a girl at this middle school. So the parents, the husband and wife, they're all pissed. They're going to storm on down to the school, to this Deltona Middle School over on the other side of the state, and they're going to get in this deputy's face. They're going to have some words with this resource deputy.
Give this cap a piece of our mind.
And man, this thing went downhill. The resource officer is pushed, attacked, was knocked over, hit her head. She was concussed. She got a concussion. I mean, now this becomes battery on a law enforcement officer. I mean, this is unbelievable. So footage from the officer's body cam shows when Rivera starts blasting her, starts screaming at her, calling her a worthless piece of here's the audio. And this resource officer is attacked and hits her head, gets a concussion. All right, there are a couple of twists and turns to this story which are unbelievable. All right, here is the audio. All right, so I've got part 1 and part 2.
Is this all off body cam?
Yeah. So I've got the first 2 chunks of audio are body cam audio. And this is from the school resource deputy's body cam, and you can hear it's all being recorded, the whole incident of the parents getting irate and the father yelling at the resource officer for the recommendation for the battery charge against the kid. All right, listen to this. This is cut number 1. This is the school resource officer's body cam audio.
Do you feel proud that you are this worthless lady? Do you feel this proud that you are this worthless? Shut the up because I paid your salary, you dumb bitch. Okay?
Oh my God!
What?
Shut the F up! I pay your salary, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Oh my God! All right,
he is a taxpayer.
let's go, faster stuff. Let's go.
This is gonna
That's what
escalate.
happened. Look, what is gonna happen?
Honey,
What is gonna happen?
You need to leave.
You are a worthless piece of shit. Yeah, call back up.
All right, so she's like calling backup. She's like threatened. She's inside the school resource officer's office. inside the middle school, and now she's obviously feeling threatened. So she's talking about calling backup, and then he's saying, "Yeah, call backup."
No wonder you
need to
you're.
You need to leave.
There's nothing that we can do, okay? But don't worry, we're gonna keep this high.
You need to leave.
You are.
You put your hand in my face
here.
one more time.
All right, this is just
So
out of
the
control.
mother's trying to stop the guy. She's putting her hands around her husband, saying, "Let's get out of here," and he's bulling right through her.
Oh my God! Well, then here's part 2 of the audio.
You don't do that.
Now they're in a physical altercation. They're pushing, they're shoving.
Oh, no.
The school resource officer then pulls out the taser.
Oh.
Put it down right now. Put it down right now. Put your hands behind your
All right, then
This escalated.
Now she has to arrest him?
he grabs the taser.
He has it in his
Oh,
hand.
no.
So he just put it down.
He grabs the taser. Do you know what it means? When you grab a taser out of a cop's hands,
Ooh.
then they consider that a deadly threat, because then the taser can be used
Oh,
on
yeah.
the cop, and
Of course.
then maybe your gun could be grabbed. That becomes an escalation that has to be neutralized.
back. Put your hands behind your back now.
All right,
Wow.
so then she pulls out the taser, lets the taser rip. He grabs the taser out of the hands. Then she is forced to pull her firearm. So then she pulls her firearm. I mean, you've heard this, F this, you piece of bleep, and you've heard what's going on here. Now the cop is ordering the father inside. This is inside the halls of the middle school over in Deltona, over in Volusia County.
The administration building.
Right. And then you hear, "Put your hands behind your back." So now she's going to cuff daddy here, going to cuff Jorge Rivera.
Put your hands behind your back now.
All right. At this point, she is pointing the gun because the taser was ripped out of her hands. The taser's now on the floor of the school.
Dad, please, thank you. Dad.
You hear, you hear the handcuffs, clicking.
Was
You
that
hear
the kid that said,
Yeah.
"Dad, please don't do this"?
Yeah, the kid,
man.
the kid's witnessing this.
Oh, man.
It's unfreaking believable. Okay,
Oh, that cop's a better person than I am.
now the audio gets better
Oh, no.
because the Volusia County Sheriff is Sheriff Mike Chitwood, and we've talked about him in the past. So Sheriff Chitwood has some distinct thoughts about this incident at the school. Listen to this.
Our defendant's son bullied and shoved a little girl. On Tuesday, they want to go and question my deputy on why the little girl that he shoved wasn't arrested for taking her shoe off and trying to hit him after he was shoved.
All right.
All right, okay.
Okay. Little background.
And
All right.
listen, I'm all for questioning why law enforcement does stuff. So far, so good.
Little background
Okay.
on what happened here. All right.
Okay.
Number 2.
So, to be clear, the only piece of in that video is the mother and father. All right? They're the pieces of They attacked my deputy. She suffered a concussion. And the caveat to all this, her ass deserves to be fired. She's a VPK teacher. I am not going to have pieces of like that come in and attack a deputy who's doing their job and not expect that they're going to be held accountable for that. So to say that I'm furious is beyond. There's no reason I got a deputy home with a concussion for something so goddamn trivial.
All right, Sheriff.
The wife is an employee of the school system. The wife is like a pre-K teacher.
Not for long.
No, it's unbelievable. So they were both hit with assault charges, and the wife is a teacher is like a pre-K
VPK,
a pre-K. What does VPK stand? Pre-kindergarten.
Yeah, PK is pre-kindergarten.
But what is the VPK?
Virus.
Very, very pre-K.
Whatever. So
Venereal.
unbelievable.
I have no idea.
All right. Then there's more. One more soundbite from Sheriff Mike Chitwood of the Volusia County Sheriff's Office. Listen.
If you lose your taser, you automatically transition to your firearm. So if you get a hold of a deputy's taser, you could almost expect to get shot. Thank God that's not what happened in those close grounds.
So that's policy. You lose your taser, then that is considered a threat, which could be used against the officer, and that becomes a potential life-threatening situation, because if an officer is then debilitated due to the taser,
yeah, the gun's a fair game.
Then they can grab the gun, and then you're trained that then if they grab your taser, then deadly force can be warranted with your actual gun.
Dude.
All right, man.
That guy could have died in the administration building.
Oh my God!
He was super hot. I mean, he really came in aggressively the whole time and uncalled for.
But the sheriff calling them the real pieces of
Well, the mother in the office, the mother's trying to settle the husband down. Honey, stop doing this. She puts her arms around him, tries to pull him back. Then it gets out into the hallway.
Then it escalates.
And
Then she's getting physically involved as well.
She actually touched the officer first.
Yeah.
Oh,
she touches the female resource deputy first.
Wow.
Is that not unbelievable? Folks, this is a public service announcement. If you're called down to school because of a disciplinary issue, let that little story and those audio bites be your guide. Just remain calm and cool. Remain collected.
Everything will pass.
Maintain your composure.
Your kid's in a little trouble today. It'll pass.
Don't get slapped with felony battery on law enforcement officer charges, okay? My God. All right, moving along to my teased item today. Running a few minutes late. I apologize. 7:52 at the MJ Morning Show. This has been brought to my attention, and it has to do with iPhone users.
Okay.
Hey, Andrew, do you have my teaser from yesterday? So after I knew I was going to talk about this today at around 7:45. All right, it's 7:52. All right, so I knew we were going to talk about this. And I did the teaser for yesterday that it runs. So after the morning show, a lot of times I record, hey, coming up tomorrow at 7:45, it's this. So, Andrew, let me know when you have yesterday's teaser. And I just want you to hear how I set this up. And this has been brought to my attention. And you know what? I have noticed that this is real, that this is a thing. And I'll tell you who brought it up to me. You know, I might even call him up. All right, roll my teaser. Hit it, Andrew. What is it about iPhone users? Why do they always do this? All right, so that was the teaser. Coming up tomorrow morning, which is now this morning right now, and we're talking about it. I'm not an iPhone user. I'm an Android user. Fester, you're Apple.
I am.
Your iPhone. Roxanne, your iPhone.
Yes, I am.
Froggy's iPhone. Andrew is with me. Andrew is an Android user.
He's a proud Cricket customer, yes. Yes, that's true.
Or Consumer Cellular.
Yeah, one of the two. He just switched. He switched back.
Yeah. He's going to the big giant buttons next. He's going to the jitterbug next.
There's some good specials at Mint Mobile.
Oh man, should I? You know what? I'm gonna call Joe. I don't know if Joe wants to. Well, Joe brought this up to me, and then I'm like, you know what? And then I started realizing, you know what? This is accurate because I've got family members that have iPhones, and they do the same damn thing. Let me see if I can get Joe the plumber on. So this is Joe the plumber, Joe Gonzalez. All right, hang on a minute. 1-813. All right, this is a really good observation about iPhone users. And are you guilty of this? That is the question.
Good morning.
Joe the plumber. Hey, Joe.
Joe the plumber's at Joe the turkey man today. We're collecting turkeys for Thanksgiving over here at Jesuit.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you do a lot of work at Jesuit.
That's
you
sweet.
Also, don't you, on game days, don't you like help do the parking?
Park cars.
You're in the parking lot at Jesuit on game days. All right, so Joe, you brought this up to me. I think you also did you bring it up to Fester as well, or just me?
The Fester as well, yeah. What grinds my gears?
All right, so hold on. I'm setting this thing up, and I'm going to let you tell the story. And then I have noticed this as well. I want to thank you for bringing this up. Now, Joe, are you an Android user or are you an iPhone user?
Android.
Okay, so you're
Always.
it really is. I mean, it's Android versus iPhone, man. I'm telling you. All right, so Joe, what have you noticed about iPhone users? And you made me aware. What is it?
They're arrogant and they don't hit the end button at the end of their phone calls.
You know what? I started noticing this. Once Joe brought this up, for some reason, iPhone users do not hit the end button when they're done talking. They're expecting the other end to hang up. And I've noticed this with my parents. I've noticed my brother's an iPhone user. The same thing.
Fester.
Let me tell you, hey, look, Joe, I have on iPhone users in the past, and I've since found out that they're iPhone users, they won't hang up, and I'll like eavesdrop for like 7 minutes and see what they're doing. because they won't hang up their phone.
Nope.
So what is it, Fester?
You know what?
Do you hit end or
Never.
You know,
I let the other person hang up.
You don't do.
I don't.
When I call you, I have to hang up.
You're the hanger up.
It's like the iPhone users they're on a call. You say, all right, goodbye. They don't hang up. They just take their phone and they're holding it, or they put it in their pocket, or
put it
whatever.
back in my pocket. You hear the swish, swish, swish in my pants.
But Joe, do we have any idea why is this like an?
I have no earthly idea, but it grinds my gears. It absolutely drives me insane.
Are you to the point where you're going to deny service to customers on iPhones?
No. But like, I don't want to eavesdrop on somebody. Maybe they're saying something terrible about me and they don't need to hear it.
Hang up the damn phone, Joe. It's on you.
I do hang up the phone.
You hang it up.
You're on the phone with somebody. I'm on my Android. They're on that iPhone, I don't know, 16, 15, whatever. I don't even know what version they're up to. And, you're done with the call. They don't hang up and you listen in. And they said, oh, man, what a douche.
You people, man.
Man, that MJ, man, what a dumb, just listen to that.
You uppity Android users, man. Unbelievable. Hang up your own damn phone.
Joe, no, I think it's a great observation. I think it's very much conversational food for thought.
All right. Well, y'all have a wonderful morning. We are here collecting turkeys. We have about 6 more minutes and we're done for the day.
All right. You're a Jesuit, and these are turkeys for needy families?
Yes, all Jesuit has some families that have pre-registered with Jesuit. And we collect over 400 turkeys, and then we take those turkeys and we box them on Saturday, and we give them to the family.
Awesome, man.
So they will have a complete meal: a turkey, stuffing, a little gift card. They get everything they need to have a happy Thanksgiving.
This is why you ought to call Joe Gonzalez at Gonzalez Plumbing for all of your even if you're an iPhone user.
Yeah, Henry Gonzalez Plumbing.
Yeah, so it's Gonzalez Plumbing. I think, are you guys the oldest plumbers in town?
Yes, since 1929.
So,
my grandfather started the business.
Unbelievable. All right, Joe. Thank you, pal.
Y'all have a wonderful morning and happy Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you.
Thanks.
Thanks,
You
Joe.
too, Joe.
That's
Look
a
at
good guy right there.
Andrew,
Yes.
are the phones lit up over this? Oh my! We haven't even given out the phone number. Our phones have exploded.
Yeah, because us iPhoners probably have the number saved or something because we're so high tech.
Every line is jammed, and I didn't even say 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. All right, let's go to phones on this. Tatiana in Wesley Chapel. Hi, Tatiana. You're on.
Hey, good morning.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I do want to say the reason I do not push the end button is because if we do, there is a lag, and we'll end up calling somebody in our recent call list, and it happens every time, and it is annoying, but You know what? It's one of those things that we will deal with because we love our iPhones.
She's exactly right. Do you remember there was a time, maybe a year or so ago, where I butt dialed your wife a disproportionately large amount of times?
I do remember that.
I might have called her like 6 or 8 times in a 2-month period, and then she would never answer, and then she would text me and say, hey, did you mean to call? It's because when you hit the button on iPhone, it reverts right back to your phone book, right? So let's say within a nanosecond, I'm the second person to hang up.
Yeah.
Well, why don't they fix that with software? If that's a problem with iPhones, why don't they fix it?
I took your wife off of my favorites list, and now I butt dial somebody else.
Oh, great.
We just let you Androids handle it for us.
Yeah.
It's one less thing we have to deal with.
You let us Android users handle it for you.
Yeah.
That's right.
No,
You
you know
subservient-
what? You entitled iPhone user, you.
That's right.
All right, Tatiana, thank you.
Thank you.
That's a cool name, Tatiana.
I like that name.
Yeah. Jerry in Newport Richie. Jerry, folks, in just a minute, I'm going to refresh your memory on the big Banco MJ Morning Show LiftMaster Garage Door Opener giveaway.
That's on Monday.
Because, today's the last day to enter.
I've actually gotten some emails sent to me like, what's MJ's email address? I've got to get it in there.
Hang on. I'm going to give you information again. Today is the last day to enter the garage door opener contest. This is like $1,000 prize. Jerry in Newport Richie. Hi, Jerry, MJ Morning Show. Go ahead.
Hey, MJ, I'm an iPhone user. I always hang up. So if you're sitting there eavesdropping on somebody, that means you didn't hang up. So you're a hypocrite. 100%.
No, he's not saying he does it.
Well, should both people hang up?
Yes. Both parties should hang up.
Listen, Jerry. I typically do hang up. But what I've noticed are some.
No, you didn't hang up either. You're wrong.
No,
Jerry's right.
Jerry, don't have a heart attack.
If you're
Jerry.
hearing the swishing in my pocket,
Jerry,
you're being a hypocrite.
Jerry,
you're saying that hang up while you didn't hang up.
Jerry, hang on, because there are people that I talk to on a regular basis who I know are on iPhones. They don't hang up. And, and Joe's kind of brought me up to speed on that. And I've kind of put two and two together that, they do. They are iPhone users because I know they never hang up.
Jerry's right.
And that's why sometimes I'll listen in to see if they call me a douchewagon.
Jerry is 100% right. That means you don't
iPhone users or something.
All right.
Jerry's 100% right, MJ. If you're listening, it's not. It's all people, isn't it, Jerry?
That's right.
Yeah. If I don't hang up, why should I hang up?
If you're eavesdropping, that means you're a hypocrite because you didn't hang up.
Yeah,
Jerry,
you hypocrite.
Jerry, thank you, Jerry.
Jerry's right. He's the smartest caller of the day.
Hey, Andrew, let me just finish up these calls because I got to move on.
Nobody else figure this out but Jerry in Newport Richie.
Yeah.
Rebecca,
he's right.
Rebecca in Clearwater. Rebecca, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, good morning, MJ. Good morning, crew.
Yeah.
Good morning.
I'm an iPhone user as well, and I don't know what it is, but whenever you brought this up, I subconsciously just tell people just to hang up because I don't hang up on my phone. I sit there and I'm like, hey, hang up your phone. And then they'll end up hanging up. And they're Android users.
Again, you're an iPhone user.
So Rebecca, sometimes I'll call my wife and she'll answer on her phone on her watch. Right? Because you can
Me too. Yeah, me too.
And she's doing something with her hands and she'll say, okay, hang up now. Because I don't hang up. And then the watch still picks up her conversation. And I can hear her, yelling at the kids or cursing about me or something like that.
Yeah, I should have never married him. All right, Rebecca, thanks for the call. Jeff in Lakeland, and then a couple more, and I got to wrap this up. Hi, Jeff.
Hey there, MJ. Tatiana kind of beat me to the punch, but she's exactly right. I used to be an Android user religiously, and my daughter convinced me to switch to iPhone, so we all have iPhones now. And the one huge pet peeve I have is if you hang up just an instantaneous microsecond before I hang up, my phone reverts to your call list. And when I go to hit that end button, it dials someone. And that's pretty bad, especially if it's like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, or somebody that you don't want to call. Exactly. Thank you, Jeff. All right, Brianna in Riverview, and then one more after that, and then I got to move on. Oh, there's another iPhone thing. There's a feature on iPhones that apparently cheaters are using.
Ooh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah. I don't know if you know about this, but I saw this also this week. I'm like, you know what? This kind of goes hand in hand. These devious iPhone deals. Brianna, Riverview, you're on. Hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, good morning. I was just going to say that I am actually an Android user, and I never hang up.
Oh, okay. So,
I've never had an iPhone, so maybe it's not phone specific, but person specific. I don't know, but I don't. Usually, if I'm busy or I have my, my headset on, so I'm not, using hands, and I'm not on my phone while
I
I'm.
wonder if it's demographic
So I don't
specific.
ever
Like,
hang up.
Brianna, how old are you?
I'm 29.
29, and you're an Android user just like me, and you never hang up.
Yep, I'd never do.
Yeah, see, I always hang up because I want to make sure that when the conversation is over, it's over, and I don't want anyone in because I know that I'm a sneaky little bitch of an eavesdropper. I don't want people to do that to me, so that's why I make sure I
do
hang
that
up.
too. I mean, I want to hear what's the
I
next.
just assume that they're going to hang up, so I just let them hang up, and I just continue what I'm doing. I'm usually busy.
Thank you, Brianna.
Yeah, I never hang up.
One more regular caller and listener, Keenal in Wesley Chapel. Hello.
Hey, MJ. So I'm an iPhone user,
Yep.
and I always hang up my phone calls. My husband, who is an Android user, he always takes a minute or so to hang up his phone calls, and I've noticed that recently. And so I'll sit there and I'm like, what is he doing? Like, is he so busy that he just can't press that end button?
All right. You know, but that's interesting because, like, in our house, we've got a split. Like, the kids, Chloe and Julian, they both have iPhones. They got to have iPhones. And Michelle and I, we have Androids. But I think I found you're split. Your husband has Android, your iPhone. I seem to find that, at least on the spouse side, that they typically have the same phone, whether it's an Android or Apple.
No, so I've always been an iPhone user, and when first like Android was starting to become a big thing, all the features that Android offers, I don't even make use of 50% of the features. And what I loved about iPhone was like when I switched to a new model, all my settings were saved. They just transferred over. I didn't have to sit there and redo all the settings. So that was my favorite part about the iPhone, and that's for that reason I never switched to using Android. Now, will I say that Android is, yes, a better phone with the features that it offers and everything? Yes, 100%.
You know, MJ,
Gotcha.
don't hang up on her. Just let her listen to the rest of the show. Yeah, just let
Thank you.
Just don't hang up on her.
All right, smarty pants.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for calling in. Have a lovely weekend. All right, I have one other iPhone thing, and apparently cheaters know about this. If you're a cheater, this secret communication method that people swear by to not get caught if you're having like a secret affair or a fling or something. Hang on, I'll get to that in a second. First, though, the whole garage door opener deal. This is really a cool contest. If you're a homeowner and if you need a new garage door opener, or let's say you got kind of a low end or midline, you got a chance to win the top of the line LiftMaster garage door opener. Hold on, I got the model number back here.
Yeah, it's like it's top of the line. It's like the fanciest one they make, right?
This is the top of the line. It's the 87504-267.
How do we forget that? The 87504.
Let me tell you right now, the 87504-267, this thing doesn't mess around. So this is a LiftMaster. It's Wi-Fi. It connects to the app on your phone, which you download. It has video camera built in. You see who's coming in and out, and it transmits the video to your phone. If you're leaving for vacation, you're on I-75 heading toward Naples, and you say to your wife, "Hey, honey, did I close the garage door?" "I don't know. Did you?" I think I might have left the garage door open at the house." Just check your phone, and you check the app, and it'll tell you whether it's open or closed. And if you left it open, you push the app button, and it closes your garage door. Anyway, nearly $1,000 prize from Banco Overhead Doors, LiftMaster, and the MJ Morning Show. Would you like to win this prize? It's almost $1,000. So they'll install it. You want to win it? It's easy. Just send me an email. Why you need this garage door opener. It can be a real story, or you can fake it up good. It just has to be the best story.
Okay.
The best story on why you need the new garage door opener from Banco Overhead Doors wins. The entries close tonight at midnight. So you can enter up until midnight tonight with your email.
If one comes in Saturday at 12:02, you're like, "Bop, you're out."
Yeah.
Disqualified.
Okay.
Shucked into the fire, into the furnace. All right, so you send the email to mj@mjmorningshow.com. That's mj@mjmorningshow.com. MJ at mjmorningshow.com. That's as simple as that. MJ at mjmorningshow.com. Why do you need the new garage door opener? Real story or fake story? Best story wins. So good luck. Closes tonight at midnight. You got to get your entries in today, last day, and then we'll announce the winner on Monday morning right here on the MJ Morning Show. Yes, Fester.
I am such an idiot.
What are you grumbling
What?
about?
Why are you an idiot?
Last year, I changed my garage door opener, and I have the 87503.
No, you don't.
And now we have the 87504?
I don't know if there's an 87503.
503
Anyway,
in my house.
this is a nice prize. This is like a
I should have waited.
like $1,000 prize. All right, so the other iPhone story, and apparently cheaters do this. Cheaters have discovered this.
Oh, okay. I have a good. I want to see if it's the same thing, but I had a cheater app issue in my household. So you tell your story, and then I've got to follow up. Maybe it's the same app.
Is it a feature or is it an app?
It's an app.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
talking about an app as well.
Yeah. The Notes app.
No, it's not that.
All right. Well,
Okay.
listen to this. If you have the Notes app on your iPhone, is that like a default app? Do all iPhones have the Notes app?
Yeah, you make little notes to yourself.
Well, guess what? Those that want to cheat, are you showing us the Notes app?
Yeah, it's just
I
a
see it.
little white, like a
I see
little
it, yeah.
icon of a
Yep.
tablet.
Yeah.
And you can click it and you could write whatever you like and make notes.
So if you have the Notes app on the iPhone, you can make notes. It can hold, lists or whatever you
Yeah,
want.
so everybody has it.
But there are some devious ways the Notes app can be used and is being used. And it's being used for people who are communicating with others other than their spouse, cheaters, those that are having affairs and flings. So this is a new way that people are cheating on their significant other is on the iPhone Notes app. And what happens is a user can invite other iPhone owners to collaborate on a shared note, allowing them to see the text and images, and then it can be quickly deleted. So instead of it being in the texting area or the text app, you're using the Notes app.
It
where,
stays within the Notes app.
Sounds a little complicated.
It's not. It's not complicated. And what you can do is also you can password protect your Notes app.
Ooh, it's like you're passing someone a note.
So, essentially, yeah. So apparently some cheaters have figured this out, and they're communicating. Because if, let's say you suspect that your husband or wife is cheating, you might, check their messages. You go to the text icon on their phone and kind of whip through and see if there are any, communications that shouldn't be happening.
You'd never check the Notes app.
Exactly.
So I just sent Doug a note. But then so I'm just sending it. Now it's going through his text.
Yeah. So when you write a note, you can send it to push it to somebody else, but there has to be a different icon to where it's a shared group.
You apparently in the iPhone Notes section, you can invite a collaborator. So if you got, let's say Jim is cheating on his wife, Jenny.
Jim and Jenny.
And
we all thought they would be so happy
And
together.
let's say Jim is having a fling with Becky at the office. They can they can communicate via the notes, and that can even be password protected.
Hey, someone's already collaborated with me in here. I found notes from people.
Really?
Oh, it's my mom.
Oh,
it's your mom, yeah.
You're cheating with your mom. Look at that.
Yeah, you can have a private conversation through the Notes app. That's
I see
interesting.
this.
And the crazy thing is that's one of the...
You can lock notes with a custom password. So even if someone gets your phone, they cannot unlock that note. So listen, just a heads up, little public service message, ways that people can communicate behind your back. And apparently cheaters have figured this out.
Did I tell you guys about where is it? I think I still have Confide app. Have you heard of the Confide app?
No.
All right. Well, it's just a super secure kind of app. So one of my friends told me about it and said he's like into, don't ever put anything in text that you don't want, anyone to read. Like he's really secretive or whatever.
Okay.
So he said his attorneys have told him this is the app that everybody uses. Like,
What, to cheat or to have
no,
private conversations?
just private conversations, just
Okay.
for privacy purposes. So, but I guess the cheating could go along with it. So he sends it to me, and when you pull it up, it shows you what other people in your Rolodex, in your contacts, I should say, are on this app. So he's like, "Hey, I'm not trying to get Doug in trouble, but Doug's on the app." So then I was like, "Doug, how dare you? What are you doing on this Confide app?" And he's like, "Don't you remember? I told you one of our tenants doesn't want her husband to know she's renting this place, and so she wants to communicate with me on Confide,
So
blah, blah, blah."
why would your husband, Doug, why would he be a party to that? Like some kind of sneaky...
That's how he's collecting the rent. He's like, that's how she...
Just pay me. I'll do whatever you want. Just
No,
give me the
no,
money.
it's a means of communications. She didn't say that. She was like, "I just want to keep my communications private. I'm going through a divorce. Can we please communicate here?"
What's up with your snitch friend ratting out Doug?
Yeah, right.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
right. So,
Boy,
but
his
then
true colors just came out on him.
the funny thing is, then I saw another friend of mine on here. She's in a great happy marriage. She's a sweet
Far
person.
as you know.
Yeah, right.
And then she was on there.
You
So
know,
I
those are the worst marriages. They're putting on a front.
That's how Jimmy
So-
and Jenny were.
Yeah.
So then-
everyone thinks they're happy, but no, they're throwing plates and pots at each other at night.
So then I called my sister. I was like, "Guess who's on Confide? Cindy," you know? And then but we're great friends with Cindy. So we confronted her. We're like, "Cindy, so what do you do on this Confide app?" And she didn't even know she was on it. So
Folks, the NFL. You know what?
That's the wrong sound effect.
No, what?
What's the horn?
No. What I'm about to say is the NFL music, the NFL on Fox music, and that the warning siren. Those don't really go together, do they?
No, that's what I said. It's the wrong sound.
No, it's not the wrong sound.
What the hell are you trying to do?
I'm trying to talk about the NFL warning, and I'm just saying that my attempt to try to mix the warning buzzer with the NFL music, it doesn't really match up too well, does it? Kind of clashes.
Now that you've explained it actually fits a little better.
I don't know.
What's the warning from the NFL?
The NFL is warning. This is a big NFL alert. The NFL is issuing an alert to teams about the crime rings that are targeting players in the aftermath of the break-ins at Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes' homes in the Kansas City area when they were burgled during the one of their games.
Does this mean Mahomes had to file a claim with State Farm?
Yeah, Jake. Yeah, good luck. My parents had just a bitch of a time with State Farm.
Suddenly old Jake doesn't speak English anymore.
My dad said he wants to murder State Farm.
No kidding.
And my dad's like on oxygen right now.
Oh, murder him.
All right, so here's the deal. NFL officials have issued a memo alerting teams and players and the players' union about the organized crime rings that are targeting NFL players' houses because they figure, NFL player, they make millions and millions of dollars a year. They're going to have expensive crap in their house. And guess what? We know where they are on any given Sunday. Or these days, Monday Night Football or Thursday Night Football.
Next week is the first Friday game ever on Black Friday.
Yeah.
So, MJ, why doesn't Mahomes have, I don't know,
ADT? Hang on. Chloe just texted me. The warning sound in NFL music just gave me anxiety. Please stop.
Yeah. So why don't any of these guys have a sponsorship for like an ADT like company?
Yeah, like
wouldn't a simple
Simply Safe or something.
Anything.
Yeah.
What are they?
ADT
with a little beep 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 that triggers every time you open a door. It sounds like basic home ownership.
Yeah, I mean, or if you're an NFL player like Mahomes or Travis Kelce, and you make tens of millions of dollars. How about, having a security company hang out at your house when you're on game day and everyone knows you're not home?
If you want to hire Wackenhut for 10 hours, what is it? Could be
so
$2,000. I have no idea.
NFL officials issued a memo alerting teams and the players union about these organized crime rings. The memo was released because of the recent burglaries of the homes of Kansas City Chiefs stars Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. And then in a separate incident, former Minnesota Viking and current Dallas Cowboy Linval Joseph's Minnesota home was also burgled.
By the South American cartel?
That's what they think. They think these are South American roving burglar gangs that have now figured out a new burglary model to go after professional athletes' houses when you know they're playing a game.
Any given Sunday.
But how do you know that like other family members aren't home? Well, here's the deal. They're very sophisticated. They're monitoring.
I bet.
Yeah, so they're setting up surveillance. They're watching these places apparently for days. You know, one of the warnings we've had, remember over the last couple of years, we've warned people to look out for hidden cameras, that there are burglary gangs that are setting up cameras, and in some cases that can transmit to a cell phone signal, and they can watch. So let's say they've got a house in a neighborhood that they want to target. They set up a camera, and they'll watch the comings and goings, come up with a pattern. They'll figure out when you're there, when you're not. And there have been, and this is creepy, creepy stuff, there have been cases where people have found like cameras in, let's say, like a median strip across from their house, or, you know, in their neighborhood. They'll find cameras that are aimed toward their house. And these are sophisticated burglars that are doing this in order to surveil. This is crazy. So we got a big old warning coming out from the NFL, warning players and teams and the players union to be careful. People with knowledge of the incidents explain that the criminals are non-confrontational, do not burglarize homes while the homeowner's inside. They use public records to locate players' addresses and perform detailed surveillance. They also track team schedules and social media accounts of players and their families, and they wait until the homes are empty, usually during NFL games, and obtain access to the property to steal goods like money, jewelry, watches, handbags, primarily targeting the master bedrooms and the closets.
And since it is NFL game day, they bring chips and dip along for the score.
See, this is why you ought to have all your valuables and your jewelry buried inside like a 25-pound bag of flour in the pantry.
Yeah.
See, this is what you do.
Saw somebody take like an empty ketchup bottle, put a little red spray paint in there. All his valuables. You never think about it.
So NFL security issued an alert yesterday offering recommendations to teams and players, including do not post in real time on social media. Have valuable items in a safe place. See, burglars know that if you're going to target a house, you're going to go right for the master bedroom. You want to go for the jewelry. And that's what, when people burgle houses, that's like the number one thing. They're after the quick score. They go to the master bedroom, and they open up like top drawers on dressers, and they find the jewelry. That is what they do.
Who keeps their jewelry in the top drawer?
Well,
cliche.
Well, or find a place where it's not likely. I mean, maybe don't keep it in the master bedroom. You know, also have a good security system that's monitored, etc. But just a little heads up. All right, speaking of sports, this whole St. Petersburg, Tampa Bay Rays baseball stadium situation, this is going from bad to worse. This is like just when you thought it couldn't get more debacle-ish,
here it comes.
It is debaculated up good.
All right, who's at fault here?
Oh, man, this is a mess. You got to hear the latest audio here. And
are both parties kind of at fault?
Well, I'll tell you what. The president of the Rays, Brian Auld, I think he might need some training.
What happened? What did he do?
On how to deal with the media and what to say, what
PR
not to say.
Management here.
Yeah. This is just a weird situation. And I've got this audio I want to play. Let me give you some background. And so we have the issue with the bond vote delay. That's something else entirely. Then the Rays come back and say that they think the deal is dead, that there's not a deal to stay in St. Petersburg. that they don't see a path because of a 3-week delay in the bond vote. They don't see a path to staying on any type of a schedule to be able to play baseball for 2028. And that if it's pushed to 2029, that the amount of money in additional costs is going to be prohibitive.
The revenue loss,
and they're not going to cover that spread. So also, we know that there's not going to be baseball apparently in 2026. So at the Trop, because now we have the St. Pete City Council, they also walked back the $20+ million to do repairs, their share of the repair cost. So now that has been pulled back from St. Pete City Council. So this is just a giant mess.
So if they're going to have the stadium for one season, why can't they just not fix it?
Well, that's the point. It's, even if it was able to be fixed as quick as possible, it just doesn't make sense to dump 50-something million, $56 million into the Trop if you're going to knock it down in 3 years, 4 years anyway. It just doesn't make any sense. So here's the latest schism.
What is it?
This is the latest. And Andrew, I don't see both audio bites. I just see one. I just see Brian Auld up there. Where's the city council audio? I don't see that on the page.
So the city councilmen or people talked about it?
All right. So Brian Auld, this is during the city council meeting in St. Petersburg yesterday.
Mm-hmm. What did he say?
During a recess, he's talking to the media out in the hall. All right. Listen to this.
And this is one of the reasons we published that letter that apparently came across so poorly. We need to establish the fact that no, there is not. We can't make the terms of the last deal work because we can't get the ballpark built in time for the 2028 season. And the additional cost overruns combined with having to spend another year, along with the uncertainty, make that impossible. But very important, the county does not want this deal to move forward. We cannot keep having people move down here, signing contracts, spending our money, when it's pretty clear that there is a negative vote in our favor at the county right now.
All right, so that was to the media, and he's essentially saying the deal's dead.
That was yesterday.
Right. Mm-hmm. This is yesterday during recess, little intermission at St. Pete City Council. So then when they reconvene...
It's kind of aggressive.
Yeah, it's very aggressive.
Like passive-aggressive in that calm way.
Then once they reconvened, and that was the president of the Rays talking to the media out in the hallway, then they reconvene, they go back into session, and this is where City Council says...
My understanding is that you have made it clear to the media that there is no deal.
Again,
I
hope that was clear from the letter that has set everybody off.
The other thing is, you're not in favor of fixing the Trop.
I believe it's going to be next to impossible for the Trop to be repaired in time for the 2026 season.
So that's now the 2026 season,
I agree
obviously.
with that statement.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
But you see what happened there is all got busted by City Council that someone tipped them off. Hey, by the way, the Rays president was out in the hall saying that this thing is basically, over. And, it kind of busted him.
So why don't they start building the new stadium like today?
All right, well.
Start knocking down the Trop. If we can't fix it, we'll play 3 years at Steinbrenner. Well, it sucks, but that's the way it is, and we'll get through it.
Do you ever feel like there are problems that are just so big that no one can solve them? Like, just give up.
But now...
Can't do it.
I just solved it. What are you talking about? I solved it 15 seconds ago.
But now the point is that they're saying that apparently the deal in Pinellas County in St. Pete is dead. That's the headline, is that the deal is dead. It's done. No baseball at the Trop in 2026 with repairs. And now they're saying that the new ballpark deal, the $1.2, $1.3 billion, the whole redevelopment deal, including the ballpark, is dead for now. And now we've got Hillsborough County commissioners. They're going, hey, Rays, over here. Look over. Look.
That's so empty.
Look to your right.
I don't believe it.
Look over here. Look to the right. Hillsborough. So now Hillsborough County is making a play again.
They couldn't make us a reasonable offer for the last decade. How many times have I driven through Ybor City where it's like, Raybor, or, where they're going to put it by the dog track that's essentially a poker house out on the interstate, or you can't put it next to Steinbrenner Field. They can't put it in the parking lot of Ray J.
You know what I didn't mention earlier this week? I had the story about this dumbass teenager in Pinellas that threatened to blow a county commissioner's head off because of the Rays stadium deal.
Oh my gosh!
You know what? You didn't hear about this, huh?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah. I had this story earlier in the week, and I just didn't get around to it. I had this on the 19th. Yeah, so this is earlier in the week. A 17-year-old kid was arrested.
Brian Auld Jr.
No, it's
is that the president?
No, it's not.
Little Stewie Steinberg.
No, it's
Steinberg Jr.
This was so last weekend. The kid, I think I had this story like on Monday or something. I just didn't get around to it, but it just fits in now. A 17-year-old boy was arrested last weekend. He threatened to kill a Pinellas County commissioner by blowing his head off. Yeah. So this 17-year-old kid threatens 42-year-old Chris Latvala by leaving a message on Twitter, on X, about the new Tampa Bay Rays stadium. He said, quote, "I live 5 minutes from him. I'm going to go to his house and blow his head off with my short-barreled."
Oh.
What are you doing? Come on. You're 17. You should know better than this, you bonehead.
All right, listen, we all like baseball.
And then he
passionate about baseball.
Yeah, I mean, you
Jeez,
really
this is a big fan.
And isn't Latvala new? Didn't he just get elected?
I don't know. I know.
Was he one of the new ones? There are two new ones.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
so his father was involved in politics.
Yeah, but Latvala's
Jack Latvala.
that's a big name in local politics for years.
Yeah.
So he tagged Latvala in the comment, and then he saw it. He called the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office. They investigated, and then the teen turned himself in last weekend to detectives to the Pinellas County Juvenile Assessment Center, and he was charged with a count of written threats to kill. What a bonehead. What would possess a 17-year-old to threaten to blow a county commissioner's head off over the stadium deal?
Short barrel shotgun?
I didn't even know kids were as interested in baseball as they used to be. That's a lot of passion right there.
Blow his head over with a short barrel.
Terrible.
And so that could be a shotgun or a sawed-off or a short barrel
Let's
rifle.
not analyze what kind of gun the 17-year-old was planning on using on the poor commissioner.
I'm sorry.
Do your job, Commissioner.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no public official deserves death threats.
That's just nuts. All right, I got to move on to the creepiest damn thing in the world. Now, this came up in my searching. It just popped up, and it does go back to like 2006, 2008, 2009, and there was this picture that was floating around. Do you remember the creepy dark red Ford Econoline van that had spray painted on the side free candy?
No.
Look at
I
this.
see the van, but I don't remember it.
All right, I'm holding this up to MJTV right now. Can you see this?
Yeah.
All right, I'm holding this up to MJTV. It's an older Ford Econoline. What year would you say that is? Is that like late 90s or
It could be late 80s.
Yeah,
it looks old to me.
Maybe mid 90s, late.
Yeah,
this is an old.
Yeah.
I mean,
man, that's an 80s. Look at the hood. That's an 80s van.
car.
This is a creepy. And I was thinking, Fester.
Yeah,
I got an idea.
What's your great idea?
So I stumbled across a story, and it says explaining the free candy van. The free candy van originates with a photo of a Ford Econoline painted a dark red with the words free candy spray painted in white on the side. The concept started long before one particular van got famous, the idea being that creeps lured children to a van with the promise of free candy. Now, it's not based on any particular incident.
Generally speaking, the creeps, keep a low profile, right?
Yeah. So I was just thinking, this could be a great social experiment. if we get a hold of a creepy old, like, early 90s, it's got to be, like a James Gum-looking van. I think that might have been a Dodge van. But if you could just get some van, they just inherently look creepier. Maybe late 80s, mid 90s.
Yeah.
And the paint's got to be faded. It's got to have rust marks on it. It's got to be just a mess of a van.
All right, what do you want to do with this van?
I want you to drive around in the van.
Go where?
And hang on, I want to put different sayings on there.
Like what kind of sayings?
So I like free candy.
That's a good one.
You got that. You got that already.
Kidnap van.
Oh, jeez. That's gonna get. That's gonna get him arrested.
So kidnap.
Yeah, let's get Bester arrested.
I'm not opposed to being arrested, but let's make it for something good.
I've got another one. Sex offender.
Okay. Now we're. Character defaming. That's
all right, so
all right.
I was going to ask you,
what?
And this is just us talking as friends. Forget we're on the radio.
But think about this.
Yeah,
this is a funny video. You pull into a parking lot of a busy shopping center.
Are you trying to trigger someone?
No.
But
you've got a video crew.
Yeah, you're trying to get somebody to have a breakdown on this person who has a sex offender you've spray painted on their free candy van.
You got a video crew that listen. You see the number of crazy videos that are being shot these days.
Yeah, this is one of them, I guess.
It's like an undercover prank show
but
kind of thing.
But you're trying to put somebody in a situation to potentially.
All right, so free.
All right, so I have a sex offender van. Let's say I have a van. And I spray paint sex offender, free candy to all children. Right?
Or kidnap van.
Yeah, kidnap van, right?
Right.
And some right to shoot people pops me at a gas station.
What?
There's some guy who carrying a gun thinks this creep's out to get kids. He goes off the handle and he shoots me.
You don't like my idea?
I'm not mad at it.
All right.
I'm just trying to play it out. So he goes to jail for life. And says, well, if that guy was in about a free candy van, I thought I was protecting society. The judge sends him to Stark. He gets the electric chair, all because of MJ's video series.
All right. What other sayings? What other things can you spray paint on the side of the creepy van?
Kid toucher.
Oh, so that's
kid toucher.
I mean,
all right, that's too far. That's too far.
Okay. Oh, that's too far. Kidnap-mobile's fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of less offensive, like child attractive.
That was too far.
I mean,
all right, look at Fester. You had to go. You had to take it too freaking far.
I think sex offender and what Fester said are in the same category.
No. Sex offender doesn't get specific.
You know that I've always believed to cross the line, you have to define where the line is, and I'm just glad that I was able to.
You just destroyed the whole. Now you've tainted the whole concept. Whole concept is totally dead.
You know what? Just let's put it in the maybe file.
Hey, I've got a mystery here. I saw a news story that said that over $8,000 in stolen jewelry from Walmart has been recovered. How the hell is there $8,000 in jewelry?
That was my first thought.
How the hell does Walmart's jewelry counter have anywhere near $8,000 in jewelry in it?
When was the last time you were at a Walmart jewelry counter?
It's been a minute.
You should go and just look. Just look at the customer. They usually have an attendant back there who's very helpful, wearing the blue vest.
And all that 10-karat gold back there, is that it?
Does it turn green after a couple of weeks? I don't know.
I just saw this. The headline was, over $8,000 in stolen Walmart jewelry has been recovered.
How'd they take the? Did they break the glass or something?
I guess there was an arrest. This happened back on November 5th, and Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office announced yesterday that they got a report about stolen jewelry from the Gun Highway Walmart, and they figured out where to go. They determined that Mark Anthony Vega was hiding jewelry in his backpack, and he left the store without paying for it. So
what's he gonna do? Take it to a dentist to make teeth?
Tracked them down. They made the arrest, and I was just amazed that Walmart, really, the Walmart jewelry counter has anywhere near $8,000. I would think the total of all that jewelry might be $700.
I guess just quantity.
The price of gold is like insane.
Hey, speaking of jewelry, this is creepy. So we've warned about Temu. A lot of people call it Temu, but apparently the actual pronunciation of this cheap crap Chinese site is Temu. 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 This woman claims that.
What are you laughing about?
What are you wheezing at?
All right, people are.
What?
10 people have sent me a text and saying, put the words free puppies on the van.
Oh,
on the van.
There we see. That's
Yeah, that's a good one.
I just looked at my phone. Free puppies.
I was trying to think of when like petting zoo is all that was coming to mind.
A couple people put free ice cream, free puppies.
Come inside, touch my puppies.
Yeah.
Pet my puppies.
Free toys.
You got 10 texts?
I mean, look. Free puppies, free puppies,
oh, look,
free
look
puppies.
At this. And of course, Fester's cell phone is not private.
No.
Fester's cell phone is open to everybody. 813-310-8444. All right, so back over to the Temu thing. So this woman, she thinks she's buying a cute resin necklace. Like the resin material. She's on Temu.
What is resin? Is it like a super hard plastic?
Yeah, it's resin's like a plastic or a sappy kind of plasticky thing. So she thinks she's buying some kind of a cute resin necklace on Temu, probably for $1.58. Delivered. I don't know.
And free shipping.
Yeah, and free shipping. I don't know how the hell they do that. So she gets the necklace, and it turns out it was like a bloodied, smelly canine dog tooth that was on a necklace. It's what?
I would rather have that.
That would stink.
She gets an extracted dog tooth, which, coming from China, I mean, you could even imagine what this was.
Animal it came out of? Yeah.
Like a dog.
Yeah.
And what they do to the dog?
Yeah.
The dog was probably turned into food or something. I mean, this is sickening. Look at this. Temu necklace. This woman was disgusted as she gets this dirty, smelly, and it even had dogs like at the top near the gum line, they get that
tartar.
They get the dark tartar. Exactly. And it's still on this thing.
Yeah, so that definitely came from a wet market.
It's from Wuhan. My God. I mean, and she's like on social media saying, I ordered this resin necklace from Temu and I get this filthy, smelly dog tooth on a necklace. Probably because they're like selling like dog teeth after they probably killed the dogs for freaking lunch in China. Is that not disgusting?
Here's the audio of the young lady.
Oh, you have it? All right.
I think so.
All right, listen, play it.
It's a really horrible video that I really hoped I did not have to ever make in my life, but I didn't ever realize I'd have to make a video like this.
This is 4 minutes long.
So I bought this necklace on Temu. It was for a costume. Long story short, me and my friends, we were going.
Anyway, I don't have 4 minutes. But she's telling the story, and she gets this filthy, disgusting dog tooth on a necklace. I mean, what happened to the... I'm sorry. This is sick and sad. What happened to the dog that was attached to that tooth? Wow.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
3 minutes. This young lady knows how to hold an audience.
Really
3 minutes in, she shows a dog tooth.
It really looks like a dog's tooth. So I don't know. I'll hold it up. Don't worry, I've been watching.
It is.
That's a dog's tooth.
It really looks like a dog's tooth. Everyone in my family has been saying it, and like this natural decay up here.
Yes. Oh my God.
All right.
First of all, folks, don't buy jack crap from Temu. That would be public service announcement.
Unless you're in the market for dog teeth.
Number 1. Hey, when's the last time you've been at Joann Fabrics?
It's been a while.
Yeah, I went into a Joann Fabrics with Michelle. She needed something.
Yeah, sometimes you go there, if you want to go to Michael's or Joann Fabrics. I mean, they have some different stuff, but I think of them in the same category. Okay, so you go to Joann Fabrics. What happens?
Well, this woman says that it's now a safety and a fire hazard.
The whole, in general, Joann Fabric stores?
I thought that all along about having all that fabric just laying around.
Listen to this woman.
Welcome to my favorite craft store, my local Joann Fabrics. Why does it look like this, you may ask? Well, according to the employees, corporate has decided to continue to send them the same amount of stock, but slash their hours for stocking. This is the entire back quarter of the store, and the rest of the store, the aisles are filled with stuff as well. It's now a safety and fire hazard for customers and employees. And I don't want to hear a word against these employees because this is progress.
All right, so the claim is, in the video, there are boxes all over the place. The aisles, and she's saying the whole back of the store, the whole quarter is all packed with boxes and crap. And she's saying that the aisles, the areas where customers, it's all cluttered and boxes are everywhere. And she's saying that it's a navigational hazard. You're having trouble wandering through the store, and it's a freaking fire hazard.
Have you ever been to a store? Have you ever been to like a Walmart at 11 p.m. where the stock team is out and they have the pallets everywhere?
Yeah,
I've seen that.
I like hanging out at Walmart 11 p.m.
Listen, it's a 24-hour operation in a lot of places.
Well, some. I thought they stopped
They
a
used
lot
to
of.
be.
They have
I don't
some
know
in big cities.
Do they still?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I remember going to a Walmart really late, and you'd see the pallets. But what's happening is, I guess they're sending the stuff, but nobody's getting paid to stock it or unpack
Well,
it.
that's the point.
Yeah.
Is that she said the employees' hours are getting slashed and all this merch is coming in and they've got nowhere to put it. So like the Joann Fabrics is like a fire trap these days. That's what the ladies. I got to pop into a Joann Fabric. Isn't there one on Southdale Mabry? Is that still there, like next to Wright's? Wasn't that a Joann's Fabrics?
Sounds right.
I think so.
Well, there used to be one there. It was like Joann. It was like right next to Wright's Deli.
There's a couple in town.
Yeah.
A couple in Clearwater, a couple in St. Pete.
No, that one might be gone. Joann Fabrics. Yeah, it looks like that one might be gone.
I don't know.
Or was that a different fabric store? I don't know. Anyway. All right, I want to talk about meat. I want to talk about meat for a second here. And you know what? I have always...
Had the meat sweats.
What?
Had the meat sweats.
No, you know, I don't get the meat sweats. But I've always subscribed to this. And, you know, a lot of chefs and experts, you know, culinary professionals will say that you should not order this cut of meat at a restaurant. You're at a fancy restaurant, you know, maybe it's a steakhouse. You know, there are a lot of experts, so well-known chefs, they poo-poo this particular cut of meat.
Is it a steak meat cut?
Yes, it is. And guess what? I have subscribed to this for a very long time. I never, ever order this piece of meat. If I'm in a steakhouse, if I'm in a restaurant that has good steaks, I don't order this cut.
Okay.
Because it just doesn't do it for me. And I've been like this for the bulk of my life. I think I figured this out probably when I was 10. I have never, I'm telling you right now, I can never, ever, ever, ever recall ordering this cut of steak at a steakhouse.
So it's a cut of steak that everybody will know. It's not like there's some chef is saying
it's
like,
not some obscure thing.
Oh, it's not like you're talking like the cow's anus or something.
It is a regular cut of meat.
All right. Can I make a guess?
Yeah.
Is it a butterflied filet?
That seems pretty specific.
You don't have to even say butterfly. It's just the
Filet?
Just the filet.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Yeah. The filet. The filet is the
Why is
easiest.
that?
It's the easiest cut to screw up.
No, that's not the reason why.
What's the reason?
It has the least flavor.
All right.
There's like no fat in the filet.
Yeah, it's the leanest piece.
It has no fat. Guess what? Fat is flavor. That's why Fester is so delicious.
Come and give me a lick, people. Anytime, just come and lick me.
Fat is flavor, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's such a lean cut.
Yeah, top chefs will say they will never, ever order a filet at a restaurant. And, you know, let me tell you, the only time that I will go for a filet is I'll never order it alone. Sometimes I will, to mix things up, order a porterhouse because you've got the filet on one. It's two steaks in one. The porterhouse, you get the filet on one side, then you got the T-bone, and then you've got the New York strip on the other side. So, and keep in mind that a T-bone and a porterhouse, they're essentially the same cut, except they come from different parts of that side of the beef. And what happens is the T-bone has a smaller filet. When you get to the porterhouses, they have a larger filet. So that's virtually the only time when occasionally I order a porterhouse, but my go-to steak is the ribeye. I mean, that is, if you care about steak, if you care about flavor, you order a top quality ribeye. If you can do prime ribeye with just amazing marbling, then, I bought a prime ribeye at, what's the one on Henderson? Fresh Market. I was craving a steak. This was about, 2 weeks ago. And I was, you know what it was? It was the night Chloe and Michelle flew up to Boston.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they flew up to Boston. They were gone Friday and Saturday. And Friday night, man, I was just craving a freaking steak. And I said, who's got good meat? Is I'm gonna roll up to this is late. This is like 7 o'clock at night. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna head up to Fresh Market. And they had some USDA prime ribeyes in the case. And I drove the guy nuts because how they have them stacked. They'll have like the lower tray, then they'll have the upper tray, and I got him picking up all the black paper and everything. And I'm like, hey, let me look at this one. Let me look at this. And then I found the one that was just marbled the best with the least amount of chunks of fat on the side. Jamming up my weight. And man, just nothing like just a good ribeye. But fillets, top chefs, culinary experts, they don't order the filet mignon because it has the least flavor. So there you have it. Little culinary kitchen talk here on the MJ Morning Show.
I saw you and Andrew put down a steak together at our holiday party 3 years ago.
Yeah, so that was at the meat market, and that was a good steak. Andrew, we had the cowboy ribeye, right? We had a ribeye, and that was a good piece of meat. I thought the food was great. And that was we had a little Christmas party at the meat market, and Andrew and I ordered like a $140 steak, but we split it. So, it was like $70 a piece. And that was kind of cost effective, and it was solid.
Look at you guys, ballers on a budget.
Very, very good. All right, we've got the latest on Sean Diddy Combs. There are a couple of new. Every day we got new Sean Diddy Combs. We've got that coming up. Also, I got to set this whole American Airlines story straight. I think there's some name confusion on gate lice.
I've heard two different descriptions of it.
This is being misused. So there's a new round regarding American Airlines and them shaming early boarders that are trying to cheat and get into an earlier boarding group. And all of the media sources yesterday I saw were using, it's American Airlines, expanding their gate lice crackdown. I'm like, nah, this is not the... This really isn't the term for which gate lice was invented. All right, hold on. We'll get to that. We got a lot of stuff. We've got the whole 9 o'clock hour straight ahead, and we're back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. So bank... Back. We'll do it live at 9 o'clock here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. All right. First of all, I want to deal with some nasty comments regarding a video that Michelle is in. And the comments are not really toward Michelle, but here's one. Dumbest hat I've ever seen. Does she think she's in the desert? All right. You know what? All right, smart
Everybody's
guy.
a fashion critic.
All right, SMN. Where the hell's Fester? Can you please track Fester? I need him to bring up the video, and he's nowhere to be found. Andrew, I mean, Fester's derailing the show right now. Where's Fester?
I can pull up the interview.
Oh, my God. Fester! Come on. Where? Send him in here. Dude, what are you doing? Can you get back in time? What was the 7-minute break wasn't long enough for you?
It really wasn't.
All right. I bring up my Instagram.
Okay.
I got to deal with this complaint. I got several people complaining about Michelle's hat. Did you see the video, man? It's taken off. It's like 16,000 views. I mean, just a funny, innocuous video. Did you see Michelle hit me with the pricing gun at Publix?
I did not.
We're in the deli section.
And they just leave that laying around?
Yeah, well.
Oh, that's the whole point. Okay, so take advantage if you find it.
Michelle found this thing. Listen to this. So and there's a reason why she's got the hat on SMH. Is that like shaking my head?
Yeah, SMH.
Yeah. All right, so here's the deal. Michelle finds a pricing gun on the shelf in the deli section at Publix.
It's kind of hidden way back there, too.
Yeah, so this was the shelf that has the naans. You know the naan, the Indian bread?
Yeah, the flatbread.
The flatbread naan. We like naan. So we always typically have some of the naans in the house. And Michelle is reaching in to find the naan, and she notices that there's a pricing gun on the shelf. Now, it's not the pricing gun labels.
You know what that is? That's the date.
It's the date labels. So
the sell by date.
Yeah, it's like the old pricing guns, but it's the sell by date. So clearly, the nans come in frozen. So they come in frozen. They're defrosted, then they're put out on the shelf, and then the Publix shelf stocker, I guess they're supposed to take the pricing gun, and then they put the best by date with the pricing gun. So Michelle reaches in for the nans, and then there's a pricing gun on the shelf. She grabs it. I'm overlooking at the chicken right across the way from the nan rack, right behind the deli counter, and she says, "Come on over here. Look what I found." And then she grabs it off the shelf and starts hitting me with the pricing gun. Yeah, go ahead and reset it and play the audio.
Here we go.
And, man, this thing took off like a rocket.
It's telling me to come over here.
Look at
All
this.
right. I'm coming. Hang on.
Come over here. Listen. You heard? Listen.
Where'd you find this?
You're good by November 25th.
Oh, where'd you find this?
You're gonna expire.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a pricing gun. It's a date gun.
Do you hear the little clickety click?
Expiration date.
So yeah, she's taking these labels and she's sticking them all over my T-shirt. Anyway, the video is up on my Instagram. She should have just taken that home. And what's the policy on that? If you find this pricing, you just take it home?
Take it home.
Yeah, just take it home.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, she put it back on the shelf. But some people are commenting about the hat she's wearing.
Yeah, it's some hat.
That's some hat. That's some hat, Harry. What is That's from Jaws, right?
What the hell is she doing?
That's some bad hat, Harry. And then it was used as a title card or whatever those cards are at the end. The production company card. That's some bad hat, Harry.
That's some bad hat, Michelle.
Yeah. So Michelle's wearing this hat, and people are commenting on her hat. Let me see how many views this thing
She's a
has.
hat wearer. She picks out cute hats. I mean, this is just her,
She picks out cute hats.
This video has 15,600 views already in like a day.
Is she going to rent a camel to cross the Sahara?
Well, that's what it kind of looks like.
Yeah.
Michelle it's the baseball hat.
Is it a fishing cap?
No, it's the baseball cap that has the drapery that comes down the side and the back of the neck.
Yeah, I think fishermen wear it to keep the sun from giving them a redneck.
Or you see lawn and garden guys, lawn guys out there wearing these things.
Does she have a riding mower?
No, listen to the story. So we had just worked out, and we stopped at Publix after the workout. And on our workout days, Michelle and I go back to back. She goes, and then I leave the show, and then I go after Michelle at X-Force Body. But Michelle, a lot of times, she will walk the couple of miles to the gym. So she'll get the walk in. Mm-hmm. So she'll walk there, do the workout, and then I do my workout. Then we leave together.
And she wears this hat while she walks?
In the car. She wears the hat with the drapery to prevent the sun damage when she walks.
She's walking around South Tampa looking like a Lawrence of Arabia.
All right, the video, if you want to see the video at Publix, you want to see the hat, you want to see her tag me with the pricing gun.
You want to comment on the hat?
The video is on my Instagram, rather. The video is on my IG, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio if you want to see the hat. And I got this guy here, SMN. Oh, not SMH. I'm sorry. It's not shaking my head. It's SMN 112, whatever. The handle on Instagram writes, dumbest hat I've ever seen. Does she think she's in the desert? No, SMN. She's wearing it to prevent sun damage on her 2-mile walk to the gym.
Yes, the same way the Arabs wear it to prevent sun damage on the back of their necks.
On their camels.
On their camels.
Yeah. All right. So it's check it out. If you don't follow me on Instagram, give me a follow right now. Certified MJ Radio. Take a look at the video. Certified MJ Radio. All right, we've got to clarify. Oh, you know what? Let me just mention the garage door deal here. Last day. This is the last day to enter the MJ Morning Show Banco Overhead Doors Garage Door Giveaway. This is the LiftMaster 87504-267. And let me clarify. This is the LiftMaster Garage Door Opener. It is the top of the line. It is the state of the art. It is the best that they make. It's Wi-Fi connected. It has the video camera built in. It's got the 360 light ring. It connects to your app on your phone. You could be in freaking Egypt and see if your garage door is open or closed. or open it for somebody, then close it. It's great. I have these at my house because I do commercials for Banco, and they sell LiftMaster. So they put these in my house so I could, utilize them and then, talk about them as a user. And then Banco said, "Hey, do you want to give away a garage door opener?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's the value on these things?" It's like $1,000. It's almost $1,000 installed. And we're giving one away on Monday morning. So this whole week we've been taking entries. Just enter. It's as easy as can be. You don't have to jump through any major hoops here. You just send me an email and tell me why you need this garage door opener. It's the best story that wins. And it can be a real story or it can be a fake story. Real or fake. Send the email to mj@mjmorningshow.com. That's mj@mjmorningshow.com. Real story or fake? Why do you need this LiftMaster top-of-the-line garage door opener for your house from Banco Overhead Doors? Send an email, real story or fake story, why you need it, mj@mjmorningshow.com, and we give away the prize on Monday morning. So you have to have your entry in by midnight tonight. We've been taking entries since Monday. I've got tons of entries. So Michelle and I are going to be going through the pile and picking out the best stories. So your last hours to get in by midnight tonight, and you could win this nearly $1,000 prize from the MJ Morning Show and Banco Overhead Doors.
Very cool.
All right, let's clarify. By the way, I said clarify.
I was about to say, I looked up at you.
Typically the word is clarify, but I'm saying clarify.
It sounds like an eye drop.
I need to clear this up.
Right.
Well, yeah. So you know what? I think clarify is a better word for that, anyways. Because clarify, you should just spell it clarify because you're trying to make things clear when you.
Unless
clarify.
you want clarified butter. I've got some recipes.
That's true. Well, that's when you would use the clarify.
I've got some recipes where I need to use some clarified butter. All right, so here's the deal. There is like a gross misuse of gate lice in the last 24 hours because all of the media, I saw this in 50 different places. American Airlines is cracking down even further on gate lice. No, it's not gate lice. We're talking about the line jumpers. So let me give you the story. American Airlines, which already announced that they were going to shame people for trying to cut the line and board early. Okay. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Okay, we're doing boarding group 1. Boarding group 1, please. American Airlines 278 to Charlotte. Boarding group 1. Okay, boarding group 2. Boarding group 2, American 278 to Charlotte. Boarding group 2. All right. So, American Airlines announced, what? Was this a month ago we talked about this?
Yeah.
That they were cracking down on the people trying to, if they're boarding group 5, boarding group 8, boarding group 9. I mean, you're back in the bus. I mean, you got the, crappiest boarding order. But some of these people tried to jump in and, jump in on boarding group 2 or, all right, so I'll jump in on number 5 or 6. They won't know the difference. So American Airlines announced that they're going to have a new system that once your boarding pass is scanned, some of the machines have gone like a little buzz, like a I've heard that before if you try to board out of order. But American Airlines was going to come up with a system that was louder, more obnoxious, to kind of shame people into not attempting to board early and bust the group.
Whatever, dude. I'm unshameable at an airport.
So here's the deal. American Airlines announced that it's expanding their new technology to end the process known as gate lice, which is when passengers cut lines in hopes of boarding a flight early. No. Gate lice are the people that crowd the gate and the boarding lines. This is a misappropriation and a misuse. The people trying to board early are boarding group jumpers or line jumpers. Gate lice are what the airline industry personnel have called the people for years that crowd the whole gate. It's like they're boarding group number 5, and they're all jammed up, blocking people from boarding, like with the early or the military or active duty or veterans that can
Or the
board early,
disabled.
or families with small children.
Yeah.
The gate lice are the people that crowd the area.
Yeah, that's true.
And block other people from boarding. That's what gate lice are. Not the people that are trying to jump the line and board earlier.
And they're also the people, I mean, you can really spot them because they'll come up to you and try to, bite your scalp.
They'll draw blood.
They try to eat your dead skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the story just says about the American Airlines system audibly flags a passenger that attempts to board the plane before their designated boarding group. But I saw so many stories that American Airlines is expanding their program to nip gate lice in the butt. No, that's not. They're line jumpers. They're not gate lice. It's different types of pesky travelers.
Spend $10 and buy yourself a collapsible cane and walk on with the handicap people.
Dude, I can't believe you do that.
Dude, I have 3 of them.
I mean, you are.
I have
Why
3
don't you tell listeners that don't know what Fester is?
It's not a secret.
Dude, we've got to put you in a van.
It's not a secret. Walk out with my cane and a sign that says "Free Puppy."
We got to put you in a 1995 Ford Econoline van, just faded paint, rust with spray painted messages on the side.
Listen,
free candy, kidnap van.
Don't confuse the
sex
issues
predator,
here.
and just have you drive around town with that van.
Drive around your neighborhood. Drive around your house.
Yeah, all right.
All
So,
right,
tell everyone what your racket is.
So I carry, whenever I fly, a collapsible cane with me. And the cane folds up, stows away easy on my carry-on luggage.
And when they say, okay, boarding Delta Airlines 1429 to LaGuardia, any passengers that need special assistance or some extra time boarding, you can board now.
And I reach into my bag, I unzip the pouch, and you take the cane and you can kind of flick it with your wrist, and the whole thing goes click, 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 click.
Yeah.
And it snaps right in, and you just
So
walk on
this
with a
thing
limp.
folds down to the size of what, like a drumstick?
Like essentially like a couple of pens.
Okay.
Okay.
It's really, it's like 8 inches long.
Why don't you get some dark glasses and a red and white cane, and why don't you whatever.
All right, so I've thought of that.
Okay.
But you can't break that out at the gate.
Yeah.
They would see you beforehand.
Right.
But here, nobody keeps track of you. And here's the thing about me being unshameable at an airport. You know what me and almost every person at the airport have in common? I'm never going to see any of them ever again. I'm never going to see these people.
I do some crazy stuff at the airport too, because I feel that way too. But then you know what? Inevitably, I always end up running into people I know on planes.
Yeah, until you see them again.
I don't care.
Or until you pull shenanigans and then you notice that, oh my God, my neighbor's there, or somebody else in business that you know.
Something happened years ago at the Atlanta airport, and I started showing my ass or something to one of the clerks, and my wife's like, calm down. I'm like, I'm never seeing any of these people again. I don't care. And that's it. But yeah, carry a collapsible $8.99 on Amazon. They'll ship it to your house.
Collapsible cane, $8.99 on Amazon, and you pretend you need extra time boarding?
This one comes with a pouch.
Great.
Oh my God, it has a pouch.
And do you do the
how cute?
Do you do the limp with the cane as well? Do you have to like alter your gait?
That's a ridiculous question. The answer is obviously yes.
Jeez.
Of course you walk with a limp when you have a cane.
Unbelievable. Hey,
what am I, Mr. Peanut?
Did you? This is awful. Did you see the scam story? I saw this on Fox last night. This was on Fox locally. Did you see the dude that duped this elderly woman into believing that he was Elon Musk and she should invest in one of his new businesses, and she would turn like a couple of $100,000 into like $50 million?
How?
I mean, who falls for this crap? Elon Musk is not online soliciting people on Facebook or wherever.
On X. He's on X he is.
He's on X.
He's doing it on
well,
X.
that's the joke. Of course he's not on Facebook. He's on X.
That's funny.
The platform he's totally destroyed. All right, so this is a terrible story about a woman that was duped by a Bradenton man. So a guy from Bradenton was pretending to be the richest guy on the planet, Elon Musk, And he's accused of stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from a woman who believed Elon Musk was really pitching her to invest in a new company that was going to return tens of millions of dollars. So this guy is accused of stealing up to $600,000. She thought she was communicating with Elon Musk on Facebook. Who believes this stuff? Yeah, Detective Jim Corolla with the Bradenton Police Department's Elder Fraud Unit, he's a detective, said that she really thought she was friends with Elon Musk and would communicate with Elon Musk on a daily basis on Facebook. Oh, my God, this is just sad. Turns out, according to the Bradenton Elder Fraud Unit with the Bradenton Police Department, Jeffrey Moynihan Jr., 56, pretended he was Elon Musk and was communicating with a 74-year-old woman in Texas and ripped this woman off to the tune of about $600,000. So Moynihan, who had this elderly woman convinced that it was Elon Musk, promised her a return of $55 million if this woman from Texas would invest in, quote-unquote, Elon Musk's new business venture. Oh, my. Well, it turns out that this guy was not Elon Musk, shocker.
No.
And that he owned a pressure washing company in Manatee County. Financial records obtained by police show the victim transferred $250,000 to accounts she thought belonged to Musk, but are actually owned by Moynihan and his business, Jeff's Painting and Pressure Washing. So wait, so all told, apparently this guy from Bradenton stole $600,000, $250,000 was transferred to this pressure washing business. $250,000. Let me tell you right now, you get $598 and you go to Tractor Supply on Hillsborough and you're in the pressure washing business.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's where I bought my Simpson professional pressure washer for like $599.
Put it in the back of a truck, get a little magnet sign.
$250,000.
Oh man,
That's crazy.
I bought a like the semi-pro or like I bought the bottom of the line pro model at Tractor Supply, and it's been fantastic. It's a Simpson. I'm in the pressure washing business for $600. $250,000. What? Huh?
Well,
Yeah.
he's scamming money out of this poor old
Oh
lady.
my God! But it just
Does she really think Elon's talking to her?
Yes, that's the point. Is some people are gullible. They fall for these things, and who believes that Elon Musk, the richest guy in the world, is communicating with you on Facebook? Really?
No, not happening.
Oh,
Do you want to hear some
come
of the
on.
police dash cam footage or police body cam footage?
Oh, is this the cops making the move on him?
This is Moynihan getting arrested,
Yeah.
shirtless in front of his house.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a good look for you, Mr. Moynihan.
Here we go.
That's a nice pot belly.
What's your name? Yeah. How do you pronounce your last name? Moynihan. Okay. You have an arrest warrant for your arrest? For what?
I'll let you, we'll go through that in a second, right?
For what?
Victor.
Take your time.
Oh, they're busting him at night.
Yeah.
They got him out in the driveway.
They woke him up.
We're gonna just sit you down on the porch, right?
Grand theft of what?
So they informed him of grand theft.
Grand theft of what?
I'm not the one that wrote the warrant. When the detective comes out here, he'll explain it to you.
All right, so
Okay.
then that's him getting arrested.
Now they're walking him through the police
Yeah.
station.
Now he's down in the Bradenton Police Department. Is that the detective?
I guess.
Yeah.
They could have edited this video a little better.
No, that's all right. It's all right.
Let's see it.
They don't say
Man,
Elon
yes,
Musk.
yeah,
Just show him getting arrested.
Great audio you got there, Chris.
I don't know. I saw it
I know.
online.
I know.
Wow,
I'm
that's a gem.
just giving you a hard
We
time.
roll the dice sometimes on this audio.
I'm joking
all
with
right.
you. Calm down.
What's up?
All right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that I'm going to get calm. I don't appreciate that.
Stop.
Okay, I don't care. Yeah. So what a dirtbag. Can Elon make her whole? Why doesn't Elon?
Yeah, Elon could just do a little
Yeah,
donation.
I mean, seriously.
Just, I'm sorry, my name was involved. Here you go.
Listen,
Apologies. I would put a new Tesla in your driveway. Why doesn't Elon step up and just make this lady?
$600,000 to Elon is like a
blink.
Is like a square of toilet paper that he flushes down the toilet.
It literally means nothing. And
nothing.
And he can
$300 billion. Now, granted, a lot of that is paper wealth, but 300. I mean, I can't even. You can't even comprehend.
No, you can't.
300 billion. It's tough to to process just 1 billion.
Right.
Anyway, crazy stuff. What time? Oh, 9:23. All right, let me take my break here. We got a lot of stuff. Do you hear who they're... can you imagine this? You're making so much money that a $5 million pay cut. This is a TV person. This is a television personality that apparently just had their pay cut by $5 million. And they're making so much money that the $5 million pay cut doesn't mean a thing.
They don't care.
Who's on TV?
I think I know who it is.
I'll see if you can guess.
Okay.
Who's on TV that gets a $5 million pay cut, and if they're making so much, it really doesn't matter. All right, I'll tell you next. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. I got Hollywood. I got the Sean Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Combs stuff.
We got to get to that.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in the final segment here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. So stand by. Morning show. Andrew just popped in the booth. Do you have us back on MJ TV? Okay, all right, you just made it. All right, 9:31, the final segment here on the MJ Morning Show for the week. Wrap things up today. Weekend straight ahead. I just got bad news. Man, so we got a buddy in the produce business, and they thought that they were going to get a bunch of the fingerling potatoes that Michelle needs for well, they do have them, but they're all the multicolored.
Not a produce problem.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So Andrew mentioned, Super Dave Osborne, our buddy in the produce business, and you know what's bizarre? So we've talked about these crazy mashed potatoes. And I've had so many people hit me up on email or direct message on Instagram. And, of course, my direct messages, my DMs are always open on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, or my email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. And it's the Joel, it's Joel, it's like Joel, but it has the little, little accent marks over the O, Joel, or whatever. Or is it the E? Is it the E, over the E?
Joel.
It's over. I'm sorry. The accent marks are over the two dots are over the E. So is that pronounced in French? Is that Joel Robuchon? So he's this famous dead French chef, and he probably died because of all the butter. All right, but this guy is famous for his mashed potatoes. And even, what's his face? Anthony Bourdain picked up and even modified the Robuchon recipe. This mashed potatoes recipe is sick. It is it's unbelievable. If you do it right, this is like the most orgasmic mashed potatoes you've ever had in your life.
That's a way to describe mashed potatoes.
In your life.
Then you'll really say, I'll have what she's having.
Yeah, really. So the amount of butter, Michelle already bought 7 logs of, was it a Presidente butter? Yeah, that's the one she likes for this recipe.
Okay.
So the amount of butter per potato ratio is it's out of control. So but you also have to have a ricer. You have to have like a metal ricer. You have to rice the potatoes after they're boiled appropriately, or else you're not going to get the consistency. These things are unfreaking believable. They are delicious. And you say to yourself, there is no way that much butter is going to go into these potatoes. And it does. And it's amazing. They're absolutely delicious. The potato that you want for these mashed potatoes with Thanksgiving coming up, and this will be like, this is the showstopper. This is like a major hit. You want le rat or le ratte in French. It's L-A and then R-A-T-T-E.
Okay.
That is the best potato to use. Now, can you use Yukon Golds? Yeah. So that's your backup. But if you can get a fingerling ratte or la rat, if you, does anyone know where I can get la rat potatoes? I'm trying. Michelle's got me on a freaking mission, and I'm like about to fail. I'm about to So
you can't fail for your wife.
Oh my God!
Bougie potatoes.
Do I have to fly to freaking France?
Fly wherever you have to go.
Where are they grown? Do they come out of Idaho?
The le ratte potato is a potato with a nutty flavor and a smooth texture. And that's part of the reason why. And then you put them in the ricer, you boil them, and then rice them, and then you add the 39 pounds of butter. I mean, it's unstoppable. Does anyone freaking know where I can get the damn la rat potatoes? I'm dealing with like the biggest produce operation in town, and I can't get them. Anyway, does anyone know who? I need these freaking potatoes.
Often harvested by hand and offers a low yield. So, they're like a really rare potato.
Yeah. So we might be going to Yukon Golds again this year, or maybe some other fingerlings.
It is known as a boutique potato.
Okay, thank you, Fester.
It is
Fester's reading Wikipedia right now.
It is grown in Denmark or France.
Oh, well, that's a problem. It's not grown in Clewiston?
No.
All right.
No, it's not around here.
It's not grown up in Maine or up in Idaho?
Nowhere.
Oh, that sucks. All right, so I guess, that's why we're not finding Le Ratte. Hey, Andrew, answer the phones, would you please?
Who carries Le Ratte normally? Does I
don't
Fresh
know.
Market or Sprouts or something carry it? Or?
No, we've never seen them locally.
Because
that's
they're
the
so
problem.
rare. They probably just go straight to steakhouses.
So Michelle is making these potatoes for Thanksgiving, and they're delicious. But imagine how much better they would be if I can get these La Rattes.
Yeah, they taste potatoey.
Yes. All right, hang on. Who am I going to? Joe? I got Joe in Tampa on line 5. Hi, Joe. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, man. So I used to work at Coastal Produce. Call them, see if they have them. They had all kinds of different fingerlings. They had the tricolors, and they had just the gold. Try calling them, see if they have them.
All right, where the Coastal Produce?
Coastal Produce on Hillsborough.
All right, because, Super Dave Osborne, our buddy, he now works at the huge produce market. Was it Sunwa? Is that it?
Out there?
It's Sunwa. Is that the name?
Yes.
Yeah, he's now with Sunwa, and he's been looking for these La Rattes. I said, listen, send your buyer to freaking France if you have to get me these potatoes. I can't let Michelle down.
Or Denmark, depending on the price of airfare.
Yeah. All right, so you don't work at Coastal Produce anymore? What happened? Did you get fired?
No, I just quit. I didn't like the hours. I had to be there at like 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. or something like that.
That's the food supply business. You got to be there early. You got to load the trucks. You got to get these things out to the restaurants.
The produce business.
Yeah,
is
well,
early
they didn't
business.
have insurance. The pay sucked, so I was just like,
that's great. So you're sending me there after you just said that the pay sucks.
Listen, he's literally working for potatoes.
All right, man.
you don't pay in Florida not too well. I'm gonna start getting into the radio industry.
Don't
from the pot to the kettle. I
Yeah,
don't know about that
don't
one.
get into the radio industry, man. The golden years have sailed in the radio biz. Trust me.
You don't like waking up early. This isn't for you.
Yeah, no, the radio biz, man. I had some killer years. I'm extremely grateful. But right now, this is like a charity operation for me. I'm just doing this for fun.
Man, I used to listen to you in the heyday as I was a kid going to school with my mom.
Yeah, that's when I was making some decent coin. These days, all right, have a good day.
All right, man. Try Coastal.
All right, I will. All right, so.
All right.
Hang on. Yes, Travis, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Oh, hey, what's up, MJ? How you guys doing?
Doing fine. What's up?
I'm wondering what is the recipe, man?
Oh my God! I thought you were calling to tell me where to get the freaking potatoes.
You're gonna have to look it up on. You're gonna have to look it up
Make
online.
'em, man.
All right.
Look it up online.
No, it's really easy. Go to Google and just type in original Joel Robuchon, Joel Robuchon, Robuchon mashed potato recipe, and you'll find the recipe online.
Perfect.
You
All right, we
you
got
gotta
everything.
listen. You've got to get a metal ricer though. You have to get the ricer. And
I heard,
all
yep.
right, you got to get the ricer because that takes the consistency of the potatoes where they need to be. All right.
I got you. Thank
All
you.
right. Don't think you can just smash them with one of those smashers that you buy at Walmart for $6.98. It's not going to work.
Not the same.
All
It's
right.
not going to be the same.
All right,
Okay.
buddy.
All
All
right.
right. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
All right. Jeez. You know what? I got to fly. You know what? Delta just started their nonstop to Amsterdam daily out of Tampa.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah.
Maybe I'll
Make a little trip over there.
I'll hop on a flight to Amsterdam. And
Can you bring potatoes back in your carry-on luggage?
all right, is it? Yes, you can. Of course you can. You can carry potatoes on if you want to.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, I'd be close enough, I would imagine, right?
I guess.
What did it say? It said France and Denmark?
France, according to Wikipedia, they are traditionally grown in France and Denmark.
All right. Well, I'd be close enough. Probably. All right. What time is it? 9:40.
9:40.
All right. I got a couple of things. We got a lightning bolt. A couple of things here. I'm going to save that for Monday. Boy.
What else? What else?
The celebrity, the big TV celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How about this? So you think you know who it is?
Is it Rachel what's her Maddox? Maddow? Maddow?
No, it's Mad Cow.
It is her?
Rachel Mad Cow. Yes, it is. So you did see this somewhere.
I did. I just saw that she resigned, so I thought it might be her.
Yeah, she
I didn't
re-signed at a $5 million pay cut.
But
and
doesn't even care.
She was making so much money. $5 million lopped off her. First of all, doesn't she work like 12 minutes a week?
No, she has a daily show.
No, I think she's on like 1 day a week now.
No, she's on every. She's like.
Are you sure?
She's MSNBC's like.
No.
She's like there 9 o'clock.
Dude, go to the MS. She's not on every night. I thought she was on every night, and now I think she does like 1 or 2 nights a week or something, or maybe less. Maybe like 6 minutes a week.
Good for her.
Yeah, when is her show on?
The Rachel Maddow show
is when? It's Mondays only. Dude, she used to be on every night.
Oh.
Rachel Maddow is on Mondays at 9 p.m., and they were paying her $30 million a year to do an hour on a Monday night. What the living?
Now they're paying her $25 million
Yes.
a year.
So they cut her salary by $5 million a year.
Jeez.
And does that make a difference if you're making $30 million versus now she's really scraping the bottom of the barrel? Now she's making only $25 million. How is she going to pay the rent? How is she going to get by on just $25 million a year for working 1 freaking hour a night?
She's not going to be able to survive.
Working 1 day in 1 hour. It's not even. It's not even one. Oh my God! Yeah, she's got time to pick up a part-time job to replace that $5 million she's down. So MSNBC slashed Rachel Maddow's annual salary by $5 million. You know, there's that whole. You heard about the deal that NBC, Comcast, they're going to spin off a bunch of their cable properties into a whole separate company. Yeah, the media business, man, I'm telling you, the media business, whether it's TV, radio, who's really the worst off is
newspapers.
Newspapers. Oh, my God. And newspapers, man, you might as well be, selling wagon wheels.
It's not a thing anymore.
I referenced newspapers yesterday at the Great American Teach-In.
Yeah.
And
They don't know.
None of the 7th graders.
What's that? What's
Yeah.
that?
What?
Yeah, what?
Why don't you talk about fax machines, too?
Yep. That's unbelievable. So they cut her by $5 million. Yeah, she was happy to re-sign because they're still paying her $25 million to work Monday night for 1 hour. What the hell is that deal? Let me let you in on a little life hack, folks.
Tell us.
Let me let you in on something that you need to know. You want to be happier? Don't watch any cable TV news at night. If you want to check in during the day and catch some of the news blocks on cable news, Listen, that's all right. But do not. The nighttime programming, let's say beginning at like 7 p.m., don't watch. I'm telling you, your life is going to be much better off. I don't care whether it's CNN. I don't care whether it's Fox News. I don't care whether it's MSNBC or you got Newsmax or, whomever. I'm telling you right now, do not watch the cable news, talking head, yak, all the political crap. If you want your life to be better, stop watching the nighttime cable TV crap from the news channels, and I'm guaranteeing your life will be better. Blood pressure will be better.
Yeah, stay away from it.
Your stools are going to be better.
Get all your news and information from Instagram memes.
Your stools.
Yes.
Wow.
Everything's going to be better. Just trust me on this.
I will.
All right, so Diddy, a couple of quickies here. Then we got.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah, we got to get out of here. Diddy's L.A. mansion, site of some of the freak-offs, just got an offer.
Really?
Yep. Real estate influencer Bo Belmont. Why does that sound like a fake made-up name?
Hi, I'm Bo Belmont. Looking at Diddy's property.
So, Bo Belmont. She got a cowboy hat, and did he drive up in an Eldorado with bull horns on the front?
Good old Bo, here he comes.
So Bo Belmont made a $30 million offer for the L.A. area. It's actually in the Holmby Hills is where the Diddy house is. That's where the federal raid was back in March. Simultaneously, you had the other raid down here in South Florida. So Bo Belmont is... Yeah, so the house went up for sale in September for $61.5 million. So
he's a crazy low baller.
You got Bo Belmont. He's a baller, all right. He's a low baller.
He's capitalizing, man.
He's trying to get the deal for $30 million, and that's like more than 50% off the asking price of $61.5 million.
What are they going to do? Let
You
it
know
sit
what?
on the market for a couple of years?
We ought to go ask Jennifer Zales what she thinks about this.
Yeah, ask Jen.
That's what we ought to do.
I ought to ask Rachel Maddow. She could buy it right now.
Yeah, exactly. Then we have another Diddy story that Sean Diddy Combs had rented a mansion for $25,000 for a party with his team, and insisted that locks were installed on all bedroom doors and the keys given to him.
Oh yeah, that was a story you were going to get into yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yep. New footage owned by Jason Haight, 54, shows sushi being eaten off naked women at a P. Diddy party at the Parisian Palace in Vegas in 2014. He also said he worked as a resident manager at the 15,000 square foot mansion between 2005 and 2017. And he's claiming that locks were put on bedroom doors and only he had the keys. So he would, lock people in? My God, just all these stories, all these angles. Can you imagine how long this trial might take and all the witnesses? Wow. All right. And with that, I believe we call it a day.
Call it a week.
We'll call it a day. We'll call it a week. And I'm looking forward to doing almost nothing this weekend. I'm going to be running around.
You better
looking
do errands for your wife.
I'm going to be running around looking for freaking Larate potatoes is what I'm doing. I'm flying to Europe, doing a round tripper. How much do these mashed potatoes cost? About $12,000. Well, so I'm not going to fly there unless it's like Delta One, All right, folks, have a great weekend. Remember the Banco overhead doors garage door opener contest. The entries must be in by midnight tonight. If you want to win the 87504-267 LiftMaster garage door opener, you got to just send me an email. Tell me why you need the garage door opener. The best story wins. Can be a real story or a fake story. But you got to email it to me. Why you want this LiftMaster garage door opener installed. It's almost $1,000 value from bancodoors.com, and the entry process has been going on all week long. It closes tonight at midnight. Why do you need the garage door? Real story or fake story? Email it to mj@mjmorningshow.com. Simple as that. Folks, have a nice, relaxing weekend. Take my advice. Don't watch any cable TV news at night. And do me a favor. Let's be careful out there.
Hear the latest MJ Morning Show podcast on the Q105 app, powered by Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800